in Learfield. This is Providence Flyers basketball, brought to you by Bank RI. When businesses think big, they think first of Bank RI. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Coast to Coast Promotional Products, official promotional products company of PC Athletics. And by Paxton's Liquors, always the best prices since 1933. Now to courtside. This is Flyers pregame.
And this afternoon in Omaha, Nebraska, it'll be 23rd ranked Providence against the Creighton Blue Jays. Hi, number one, I'm John Rooke, along with Joe Hassett. This is probably the start to the rest of the college basketball season, especially for Providence College. And as crazy as that may sound, this is going to be a different Providence College basketball team from this point forward, considering what transpired during the game against Seton Hall earlier this week at the Amp. Joe and the Friars lost Bryce Hopkins for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough go, but you know, each team in the Big East has their own little big three. The Friars now have a big two, and somebody's got to step up to be one of those, the third guy. You know, is it Devontae Gaines? Is it Jaden Pierre? Or Corey Floyd? Somebody has to step up there and try to replace the points that Bryce Hopkins was giving him, and the rebounds he was giving, almost 9 a game. I mean, the Friars have to get on the boards now. It's 5 guys on the glass. And, you know, the positive part of that is when you do get the rebound, you'll have a speed and quickness advantage against your opponents. So you got to get down the floor and try to get some easy baskets. You know, Bryce was great when he got those rebounds because he could also lead the break, John.
Right.
But, you know, now you don't have him. So, hey, you got to somehow find a way to get it done with other guys. And Gaines is a good defensive player. I mean, physically, he's probably going to get beat up a little bit more than he's used to playing that power forward position. But Corey Floyd plays bigger than he is. But, you know, he's going to get beat up a little bit inside. So my biggest concern is not so much the stats. My biggest concern in replacing Hopkins is getting a rest for Oduro, because Hopkins was the backup center on this team. And Castro has to step up now and try to find some minutes where he's productive. You know, he hasn't had a good year so far, and he needs to start to play better basketball. He's going to get the opportunity, and he has, you know, he's going to play minutes, so he's going to have to be the guy that comes in here and maybe the light bulb comes on for him and he starts playing better basketball. Because he certainly has the athletic ability. He just has to get it out there and get it done on the floor.
Yeah, it just seems to me that this is going to be an opportunity for probably 4 or 5 different guys on this team. I mean, there's no way you can replace 15 points and 8.5 rebounds. Bryce was your best rebounder. His defense had improved immeasurably over last season as well, even if his shooting percentage wasn't as good as it was a year ago. And it may not be so much replacing his offense, Joe, is figuring out a way to cut the other team down back on defense.
Yeah, and, you know, he had a dynamic where he could lead the break on a rebound. You know, a lot of rebound is just rebound and pass it out, and then they just get down the floor. But he could lead the break and fill in lanes, and you're going to miss those opportunities. So, you know, it's tough to replace a guy with 16 points and 9 rebounds a game, but, you know, other guys have an opportunity now to get that done. Another guy we worry about a little bit, too, is Devin Carter. You know, Devin Carter now, I hope he doesn't try to do more than he's been doing. And what happens there is, you know, you feel like, hey, I got to pick up the slack, and you start shooting a little bit more, and you try to put more responsibilities on yourself. What Devin needs to do is continue to do what he's doing, but also involve his teammates. Get guys shots when they're double teaming Devin Carter now, because they're going to try to take him away even more now that Hopkins is not here. The other guys have to step up and make shots. Devin's got to trust the other guys on his team, so when he passes them the ball, they'll make the shots. And if they start making shots, he can be more of a distributor out there as well as he can score when you need to.
I think the other thing that concerns me a little about Devin is sometimes we know on offense he takes chances in order to try to do that, and he turns the ball over. I think each possession has to be valued a little bit more now because you don't have a fallback like Bryce Hopkins.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. You know, you should value every possession anyway, but when you're flying up and down the floor, you have to live with a few turnovers. But, you know, now you don't want to live with as many turnovers because you don't have as much opportunities to score without a Hopkins in there. So you got to value every possession. But you can't stop playing the way you're playing, though. But you got to be more selective in how you do things. And it's really important for Devin to make sure he gets everybody else involved. A guy like Jaden Pierre now doesn't take a lot of shots, and he's only taken 67 shots this year, the whole season. Put that in perspective, Carter's taken 151. So Jaden's got to look for a shot a little bit more. You know, he's 41% from 3, he needs to start looking to score because you have to replace 16 points a game that Hopkins has been producing. You need other guys to start to make some shots while he's not here.
And you also mentioned this, but I think it goes without saying again. This has to now be a team rebounding effort, an effort not to get killed on the backboards.
Right, and you do drills, you do box out drills. You're not going to out-leap anybody. You're going to be smaller than everybody you play in this league from going forward. And you weren't big to begin with. When Hopkins out, you're even smaller than you were. But when the shot goes up, you have to put a body on whoever you're guarding and not allow them to get to the basket for the rebound. If you can box everybody out, a guy like Odoro can get the rebound in there and pitch it out and go on the fast break.
This really also puts, I think, a lot of pressure on the Friar interior, not because of Josh, but also with Rafael Castro. But now that you don't have, and you mentioned this just a couple of moments ago, you don't have Bryce sliding over to play sometimes that short five. Man, does this make foul trouble really all that more important?
Well, it's huge. I mean, and a guy like Odoro, you got to spell him. Last ball game, he got tired at the end of the game. I mean, he couldn't finish inside. He was, 6 for 6 at the beginning of the game when he had fresh legs, and then his legs got tired.
His last 15.
Yeah, he just couldn't get it because he didn't get any rest. Hopkins got hurt with 14 minutes to go in the game, and coach doesn't have confidence in Castro, but he's going to have to play him now, and Castro's going to have to play some good minutes because a guy like Odoro, you can't play him the whole game, and you got to make sure he stays out of foul trouble.
You'll probably see Johnston come out, I would say, in advance of the media timeout, so that way he gets the media timeout as a majority of his rest and less time that he'll miss on the floor.
Yeah, no question. And then you're playing against the kid Ryan Kalkbrenner, who's been defensive player of the year 2 years in a row in the Big East. So he's no slouch back there. He can really get it done in the back of the defense and offense. He can score. So Castro's got to be a guy. Castro's 6'11". I mean, Kalkbrenner outweighs him by a few pounds, but Castro still is a good shot blocker. But he needs to play better basketball than he's been playing. If he does, the Friars will have an opportunity to win games.
Let's talk about this Creighton team because this is a team that preseason picked for second in the Big East. Also a potential Final Four, even contender because of who they have coming back from last year. They were preseason ranked 8th in the Associated Press poll, but they are 10-4 coming into this game because they don't have the shooting firepower that they thought they would have.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were a little overrated to begin with, John. I thought that was a good team, but you got to consider what they lost this year. Ryan Nembhard, who was their starting point guard, transferred to Gonzaga. He's averaging 12 points and 6 assists a game at Gonzaga right now. And Arthur Kaluma gave him that toughness at power forward. He's at Kansas State. We saw him up in person last year with Creighton, but we saw him in the Kansas State game.
Right.
He's averaging 15 points, 9 rebounds, and shooting 35% from 3 at Kansas State. You put those two guys on this team, they're a Final Four team. But, you replace Nembhard with Stephen Ashworth. He's serviceable, but he's not a Ryan Nembhard. But he can make outside shots. He's a good point guard, played at Utah State. And then Mason Miller, who's having a good year, but he's not an Arthur Kaluma in there. So you lose. Those guys are very serviceable players. They're good players. I don't want to degrade them, but they're not as good as the guys who left. But you have Shineman, who's having a really good year. I mean, he's one of the top players in the country, shoots the 3. We saw him in the NCAA tournament at South Dakota State. Nobody even heard of him till there, but he's having a good year right now. And you also have the best defensive player in the league outside of Carter and Ryan Kalkbrenner, who just mentioned, who's player of the year. And Trey Alexander is an NBA prospect at the 2 guard. I mean, he can shoot the 3, can defend, he has good size, and he gets up and down the floor. So it's a very good team.
We should probably mention that Shireman leads the Big East in scoring coming into this game today.
Yeah, he makes threes at 37%. He's 44 for 120. He's taking 190 shots, 120 of them 3. So he looks for that 3, but he's good at a little floater in the lane. He does a 2-man game with Kalkbrenner. When you go out on Schneiderman, he throws the lob into Kalkbrenner. So that's a good 1-2 punch right there. And Farabello off the bench, he's a good shooter too. On this team, and Frederick King, the backup center, he's a good player. And on a lot of teams, he could be starting, but because he's behind Kalkbrenner, he doesn't get as much time as he normally would. But he's a good player off the bench.
There are 4 players on this Creighton team that are on national watch list. Kalkbrenner is the Jabbar Award. I think Shireman is the power forward, Karl Malone.
Yep.
You've got Trey Alexander, who's the Jerry West one. So, I mean, you've got a lot of guys that are individual talent, certainly in their own right. And this team ranks in the national top 20 in 8 different statistical categories. So they have firepower. The problem is they're not consistent with it. And you slap a good defensive team on them, that's what hurts. We need to see how good a defensive team Providence still is.
Yeah, Providence, been good defense all year. Providence has to be more physical with Creighton. And over the years, watching Creighton play, they're not a team that likes to body up with people. They don't like to get bumped. I think if you get them a little bit in physical and throw them off their rhythm, as a shooter, if you're getting whacked around a little bit, you start thinking about where the next body's coming from. It might throw you off a little bit. So Friars will take away that three, and this Creighton team is one of the best teams in the country of taking away the opponent's threes. The opponents are shooting 29% from three. You say, how can they do that on the perimeter? Well, when you have a shot blocker like Cockburn, you can get out on the three because if you beat your man, you got the big fella in there waiting for you. So they do a pretty good job in the half-court defense.
All right, we'll break it down there with the head coach of the Friars, Kim English. Coming up next, it's Providence and Creighton here from the CHI Health Center in Omaha, Nebraska. Head coach of the Friars is coming up from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
Hey, Fire fans, this is Coach Kim English from Providence.
That's the guy who just walked by.
I want to extend a massive thank you to Finetco, a family of lumber yards, and the incredible Finnegan family for being phenomenal partners. Finetco embodies an elite mindset in every project they undertake. It's about seizing the moment, just like on the court. With 3 convenient locations across Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Massachusetts, if you have any home improvement or building needs, call Finetco at 1-800-390-0919 or visit them at finetco.net.
What do you want to do for a matchup?
Go Friars.
You want to do Carter on Alexander?
Yeah, there's
What do you want Otero on Cockburn?
or we could do Shireman against
Ticket.
That's going to be a good match. I don't think we'll put Carter on Shireman early. So let's do, we never highlight Ticket games.
Ticket on the Shireman.
Yeah, we'll do that. As you mentioned, Shireman's the best. He's the lead scorer in the league.
Balanced wealth management, guiding your path to financial success.
Finding the perfect engagement ring can be overwhelming, but no one makes it easier than
So this is probably the best thing we could play by losing Hopkins because Shireman plays the power forward, and he's not really a power forward, so he can go small,
Experts at Hanush Jewelers make your experience one you'll remember forever. Hanush Jewelers.
Maybe you can eke a win out of here. I'm not. I don't want to get too optimistic, but we'll get it. You guys have to stop making shots. Corey Floyd's going to have to play well for a change. Corey Floyd, 16% from three. He's 5 for 9 from the line. I mean, 40% overall. But when he was in Spain, John, he played a lot of minutes. He played one game in Spain the whole game. And he was smooth. Took shots when he was open, made them, ran the team. I mean, he was just very poised and comfortable. He was a little comfortable all year, Corey Floyd.
Do you have a game plan in mind? How do you take the first step forward with those Hopkins?
Yeah, we have a game plan, of course. We're here to win. We're going to execute to our standards. Our standards, points of emphasis haven't changed. They haven't changed for any game. We've been missing players. The standards to win are still those, and tonight it's another chance for us to execute those standards and get a victory.
What will you be looking for in particular without his presence or knowing that you can go to him at any particular time? Are you going to look for other individuals to step up? Are you going to be more willing to potentially substitute interact but try to find a positive vibe? I'm just kind of curious what your attitude might be there.
You're not going to replace Bryce Hopkins. It's about us executing to our standards. I think, like you just said, standards are standards. I think the margin there is a bit smaller.
Yeah, I saw this.
He's a good player. Everyone automatically looks at that Princeton game.
Wow.
How are you going to replace that?
Look at this. Back to being a game.
Defensive group.
Seton Hall up by 2 now.
Up by 2.
Georgetown's going to win.
I told our guys the focus isn't on
So who knows who's coming back on St. John's.
So Georgetown's up by 5 with less than a minute.
How do we make our defense?
They'll run out of time there, though, right?
Yeah. Georgetown's up 6 and a half.
That's the focus. There'll be steals, there'll be stops, there'll be transition opportunities, there'll be fouls. The points will take care of itself on our end. But it's just about us executing to our standards.
You have a Creighton team. A lot of people think should have contend for.
That's a pretty nice arena. You close the lights out, you can see all the box seats up there.
Got 3-4 starters this year. Could be a team that could be a Final Four caliber team. They have struggled a little bit on offense, but they've got a lot of talent, and obviously will be a elite big man in Ryan Cockburn.
Yeah, really good team. Both Shireman is a great wing. Cockburn is forced down low on both sides. Troy Alexander and Barry Times. As good of a three-headed monster as there is in the league. I got put right up there with Bryce, Devin, and Josh. Yeah, there's not a lot of times. Our defense is blessed when you're multiple shooters.
Sheet yeah.
Yeah, take that. Keep it.
4 or 5 shooters in the court, and it's really good. When you try to mix and match defenses, or when you kind of stay with what you're going to do, we try to throw them a little curveball there sometimes. Yeah, we are who we are. We're a man team. We have a zone. We went one possession zone. People see the ball, got scored. But it's a working process. We just try to 101 5 minutes. All right. Something we may bring out from time to time. But it's no secret. We're not trying to gimmick a trick. We're a man defensive team. The best team in the world. Good luck to the coach. Thank you. Jim English, the head coach of the Friars. Joe and I back with more of the Creighton Blue Jays coming up from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
In 1933, my grandfather, Tom Hassett, started.
All right, we'll take it right down toward the end like we did. Okay.
And in 1962, my father Jack Paxson moved Texas to its present location on Route 2 in New York to provide our customers with the best solutions and the lowest prices. And after 3 family generations, we've made
It's disappointing because just like,
which means that we buy the most,
I know.
you pay the least.
I know.
Visit the newly
think
remodeled
about all the potential we have. The league is so good. I mean, right there, It was so fragile that we didn't have enough guys. And the 2 guys you can't afford to lose are Hopkins and Oduro. Todd, as good as he's been, if he got hurt, we just plug in a guard there, and you still have your big guys. We don't have any big guys.
One of only a handful in Rhode Island. Trust our fully insured and registered roofing experts when you need free estimates for your roofing needs. Call us at 401-738-8282 or online at midlandroofingri.com, and we'll give you an estimate for your roof installation or removal.
30 seconds.
Ready for fan. You need to keep your mind and body in the game. With over 90 board-certified radiologists with broad-based experience and subspecialty training, Rhode Island Medical Imaging will deliver the most accurate diagnosis possible. If you need an X-ray, MRI, CAT scan, or another imaging exam, ask for Remy. As the first and only outpatient diagnostic imaging center of excellence in Rhode Island, Remy will provide you with the highest quality of care. To find one of Remy's 16 state-of-the-art locations nearest you, visit RemyRad.com.
John and Joe back at the CHI Health Center in Omaha, Nebraska. And it is time now for the Midland Roofing Protect This House matchup of the game. I got to tell you, I think there are a lot of different matchups, Joe, that we can look at. It'll be key tonight for the Friars to try to come out and figure out a way to get a win. But maybe nothing more important than trying to slow down the highest scorer in the Big East in Baylor Shireman.
Yeah, you already mentioned it, John. He's the leading scorer in the Big East. That's pretty good when you consider the players that are in this league. And Devontae Gaines, Ticket's going to have to play him, I'm sure, where you'll have Carter playing Alexander to start. But, it's a big game for Ticket. Gaines a good defender. You don't notice him as much because Carter does all the defensive stops on the best players in the opposition. But it's a big game for Gaines, not only offensively from the score, but he has to play Shireman, the best player on Creighton.
So we look at Gaines potentially on Shireman. Don't you sort of expect the Friars to switch off and play different guys throughout the course of the game?
Yeah, when you have a weapon like Carter on defense, whoever gets hot, you can put him on that guy for a few minutes and try to cool him off, and you'd always switch back and forth. But defensively, the Friars are pretty good defensively. I think Pierre's a good defender. Corey Floyd's a good defender. Darwin's long. He picks up a couple of silly fouls. That's what freshmen do, but he can guard people, and Gaines can guard people. Dale is very smart in the back. So, if they play good defense, you got to get out on the three-point shooters, because this team really likes to cast them up there. When you talk about three-point shots, when you've taken, 409 of their 831 shots have been three-pointers. So almost half their shots come from three-point range. So you got to make sure you take that away.
This is one team, and you probably heard the Friars say this a lot over the years, especially not only under this staff, but under the previous staff. You got to make this team take tough twos.
You got to. And you got to run them off that three-point line. And that's what Creighton likes to do, too. Run them off the three-point line because you got the shot blocker in there, Carpenter. But a lot of guys don't practice the mid-range game anymore, John. Everybody's penetration throwing out for the threes. So when you make them take that shot, they're unfamiliar with it. But you make sure you got to get the rebound. You can't give up offensive rebounds in this game.
Well, we mentioned the Creighton's 10-4 in the season. They're just 1-2 in the Big East. They beat Georgetown 77-60 on Tuesday, but they're two previous games were both losses. They lost to Villanova here at CHI, 68-66 in overtime, and then lost on the road at 10th-ranked Marquette by 5. So this is a team that doesn't want to lose into the home game.
No, they don't. I mean, I watched the Villanova game over here. They blew that game. They're up 14 in that game in the second half. They just beat themselves in that game. And made a lot of mistakes, and Villanova just, grinding out the end and made some free throws. But this team here, they're explosive, and they get everybody knocking down threes. They can really blow you out. But if you can challenge those three-point shots, but the key to that, John, is when they do miss those shots, you can't give them second opportunities because when they get the rebound, everybody's scattered around, and then they throw it out for wide-open threes, and that's when the percentages go way up.
Well, this is a team that has won 20 or more games in 22 of the last 24 seasons, which is an incredible record under Coach Greg McDermott, who's in his 14th year here at Creighton. Well, this is a team, obviously, that won 24 games a year ago and came within a jump shot of making the Final Four.
Yeah, I mean, they had Kaluma there, too, and the other kid, Nemha. But, when you look at this team, you talk about Providence, the AMP being a great home court advantage. This is a really good home court advantage. They really get 19,000 in here every game, so it's a big-time NBA type of arena, and it's full almost every game.
Friars do have a 4-5 record in this building all time since Creighton joined the Big East Conference 10 years ago. This is already season 11.
Well, maybe it's a good omen. I was thinking about that. Chris Dunn had a shot at the buzzer to beat them here one year from the foul line, and Chris Dunn was in Boston last night playing against the Celtics, and he's revived his career with Utah. So maybe Chris Dunn's shadow around here, when guys can get to that point, maybe they can make a game-winning shot.
We'll take anything we can get. We'll have the starting lineups, and we're going to tip it off in Omaha, Providence, and Creighton next. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball. All right, there's a possibility, just Tiffany be aware of this. We'll come back out of the national anthem, so I'll have Nick just jack up our audio a little bit. We'll carry the anthem until it's over.
Okay, sounds good. So make sure you... Wait, Jim.
I don't know how fast they play it, so...
We're still in there.
Best Coke ever?
Usually the best,
Yeah,
Jen.
okay.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
So do what?
Yeah, good.
This is an ad about a self-made team. Me. See, I go to school, I do my chores, but I also have my own goals. I'm saving what I earn from making radio ads like this one to buy a gaming computer, and I'm using my Embark account to do it. With no fees, mobile banking, and a money management tool, it's like a spend account, but a lot smarter. So if you're a self-made teen like me, I suggest you get one too. The Embark account. Thank you for the self-made team. Navigate Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, Fire fans, this is Coach Kim English from Providence College men's basketball. I want to extend a massive thank you to Finetco, a family of lumber yards, and the incredible Finnegan family for being phenomenal partners. Finetco embodies an elite mindset in every project.
20 seconds.
It's about seizing the moment, just like on the court. With 3 convenient locations across Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Massachusetts, if you have any home improvement or building needs, call Finetco at 1-800-390-0919 or visit them at finetco.net. And let's unite to build a winning future. Go Friars!
On the Providence Friars Sports Network from Learfield, this is Providence Friars basketball. Friars basketball is brought to you by Rooke sponsors of Providence College Athletics. Coca-Cola, together, taste better. Rhode Island Public Transit Authority. Welcome to your life. Santander Bank. White Cross Pharmacy. Home of the Now is the call of the game. Here is the voice of the Providence College Friars, John Rooke.
We welcome you inside the CHI Health Center in Omaha, Nebraska. On the road in the Big East Conference after the Friars started with 3 in a row. At home, they take on the Creighton Blue Jays. And hi again, everyone. I'm John Rooke, along with Joe Hassett. Friars 11-3 overall, 2-1, tied for second place right now in the Big East Conference after those 3 games, with the loss to Seton Hall, 61-57 on Wednesday. At the same time, Creighton was beating Georgetown 77-60 on Tuesday as well. They're just 1-2 in league play. We mentioned a little bit about this in the pregame. This is a game that Creighton does not want to lose at home, Joe.
Well, they started off the year in the top 10. Did they drop out of the top 25?
So they actually received votes, but they're just out of the top 25.
Yeah, so, Providence comes in as the 23rd ranked team in the country, so this place is packed, knowing they can play against a ranked team right now. So add that to what's going to happen in this ballgame. So the Friars have to be at the top of their game here because Creighton goes from the top 10 or the preseason 6th or 7th in the country to right out of it. So they want to get it going again.
If you want to worry about where Creighton really stands, their net ranking this week was 13. Their KenPom was 16.
Yeah, well, they played a very good schedule, and they're loaded with players, and that Big East is brutal. I mean, every game is a war, and they've had a tough winning on the road, and they've had a couple of road losses, and a home loss.
All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Rhode Island. First of all, for the Blue Jays, under Greg McDermott in his 14th year at Creighton, his 30th year of coaching college basketball overall. This team, 22 of the last 24 years, has won 20 or more games. They have 3 starters and 7 lettermen back, a team that was a jump shot away from reaching the Final Four a year ago. Ryan Kalkbrenner, 7-1 senior out of St. Louis, 2-time Big East Defensive Player of the Year, and a preseason first-team All-Big East selection. Baylor Shireman, 6'7" sophomore out of Aurora, Nebraska, transferred from South Dakota State. Friars faced him in the NCAA tournament 2 years ago. He leads the Big East in scoring at 18.6 points per game and shooting 37% from three-point range. Stephen Ashworth, 6'1" guard, senior out of Alpine, Utah, transferred from Utah State at 8 points per game, shooting 35% from 3. Then you have Trey Alexander, 6'4" junior out of Oklahoma City, 16.5 points per game, and a 30% three-point shooter. Mason Miller, 6'9" redshirt sophomore out of Germantown, Tennessee, who leads the Big East in three-point shooting at 54%.
Well, this team gets a lot of open looks, John, and they work on that three-point shot on penetration. They want to take that shot first.
Friars starting lineup does have one change in it. Jacob Pierre will be up at the point at 8 points, 3 assists, a perfect 17 for 17 from the foul line this year. Corey Floyd, the 6'4" redshirt sophomore out of Franklin, New Jersey, and the UConn transfer, gets the start tonight in place of the injured Bryce Hopkins. 4 points, 3 rebounds per game. Ticket Gaines, 8.5 points, 4 rebounds. At the Ford, 6'7" graduate student out of Buffalo. You have Josh Odero, the 6'9" graduate transfer out of Gainesville, Virginia, at just under 15 points and almost 7 rebounds per game. And Devin Carter, who was the Big East Player of the Week this past week, 16 points, 8 rebounds per game, right now leading the Friars in scoring and rebounding among active players.
Well, he's getting it done, that's for sure. So you got to keep it going in this one to make sure he's got to. Carter especially needs to get off to a good start in this ballgame.
All right, so you've got Carter, Okuro, Gaines, Pierre, and Floyd as the Friars starting 5. Kalkbrenner, Shireman, Ashworth, Alexander, and Miller for Creighton. Do you see the advantages in there one way or the other?
Well, from a speed and quickness aspect, John, I think the Friars have a speed and quickness advantage in this ballgame. But this Creighton team is a better outside shooting team than the Friars are. So the Friars, defensively, they have to get out after it, try to take away that 3. And I mentioned it already, it's so important not to give up the second shot opportunity against this team. You got to keep Kalkbrenner off the glass. It's not a great rebounding team. So if you can get that rebound, use your speed and quickness to beat them down the floor for some easy baskets.
This is the 34th meeting all time between Providence and Creighton. Friars actually lead the series, 19 wins to 14 for the Blue Jays. The two teams split a year ago. Friars lost here at the CHI Health Center last January the 14th, 73-67, but won at home 94-86 last season. Since Creighton joined the Big East, Friars lead the series 13 wins to 10. And we mentioned this in the pregame. They're 4-5 in this building.
Well, another important thing, too, John, is when you have a good shooting team, you want to make sure they don't get good looks early. Because if they knock down some shots early, when shooters see that thing go in the hole, they feel like they can make everything. And you don't want that to happen. You want them to struggle a little bit early in the game so they're a little bit more reluctant to take the outside shot or aren't as confident. They're all knocking down shots in the beginning and get a big lead, then it's a real problem to play them. So Friars need to the first 5 minutes of this game need to take away that outside shot and get down the floor for some quick hoops.
Friars' last win in this building came 2 years ago, actually 3 years ago, I should say. They won 74-70 back here in 2021. They've lost 4 of the last 5 that they played in this building. When Creighton first came to the Big East, after that initial game that they played here at CHI, Friars won like 3 in a row.
Well, it's going to be a great atmosphere right here in this road game. Place is packed. It'll be pretty noisy here on a nice afternoon Saturday game.
Big East officiating crew, Jeff Clark, Tim Crockerty, and Greg Evans. Friars in the road, black uniforms, white lettering, white numerals, black and white trim. Creighton in the home whites today with the royal blue lettering, numerals, and royal blue trim. Jeff Clark is the lead official. He steps into the center circle. Kalkbrenner and O'Dea are there. And the Blue Jays control the tap. They go basket to our left on the radio. Here in half number 1, and the Friars open up in a man-to-man. Ashworth at the point, guarded by Pierre. Bounce pass a little bit for Scheinman. He feeds the post right away to Kalkbrenner. He backs his way in, and O'Dea from the left side goes up. Misses the shot. Nope, it rolls in off the front of the rim.
Well, see, they're going to go at O'Dea right away because they like to get him in foul trouble because the Friars really don't have a lot behind O'Dea.
That's very true. So probably a good strategy. Friars go basket to our right here in the radio in the opening half. O'Dea has it on the high post. And he'll hand off to Pierre. Pierre comes around the screen. There's a double on him, but he couldn't find him. Now they bounce it to O'Dea in the post. He's going to go up against Kalkbrenner. Works his way on the post. Goes up with a jump hook. Left it short. And Kalkbrenner with the rebound.
Yeah, a little bit different look with Kalkbrenner on the 7-footer with the long arms.
7'1", 270 pounds in the middle for Creighton. Scheinman drives left, gets down into the post, leans in, banks it up, won't get it, gets his own rebound over Corey Floyd, bounces it back out for Alexander, slashes into the lane, throws it up with the right hand and rolls it in.
The second side opportunities, John, that's what you don't want to see. They did a good job, initial shot, but offensive rebound.
Jeff Clark telling
Jeff Clark's
one of the Friar assistants to sit down.
Watch the game,
bench.
Jeff Clark. Don't worry about what the coaches are doing on the sideline. Watch the players. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Gaines comes to the left wing for Carter, comes off the screen toward the top of the key. He's guarded by Mike Miller. Now Carter takes him off the dribble, gets it out to O'Dea at the top of the key. He'll look for the handoff or overplay in the passing lanes. So there's 4 seconds to shoot. Here's Carter driving the lane, loads it up at the rim, and he scores.
Good move there by Carter. Defense was pretty good by Creighton that time.
Got to use some patience. Ashworth drives around Pierre, gets to the foul line for the jumper, and swishes.
Well, he used that screen. He got around him, and Pierre fell down. And Ashworth was open for the jumper.
Well, Creighton has hit 3 of their first 4 shots from the floor. They've got an early 6-2 lead here with 2 minutes deep into the first half. O'Dea goes to left wing for Floyd. He gets the first touch of the ball game. Scheinman guards him. Pierre at the top of the key. Goes back left for Floyd. He penetrates. Goes down low. Tries to get a wraparound. It goes up, and he comes for travel.
Well, he beat his man, but Kalkbrenner came over, and he couldn't go for the shot.
Right.
I'd like to see Pierre take Ashworth. I mean, Ashworth can't guard Pierre. Pierre is too fast for him, and he can elevate over him and score.
And Jeff Clark again is yelling at Kim English about going out of the coaching box.
Hey, just watch the game. Just watch the players, Clark.
Unbelievable.
He's awful.
Top of the key with it is Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner turns and looks just outside the free throw line. He kicks it back out for Ashworth. Ashworth looks for a screen. Kalkbrenner sets it. Cuts to the left of that. Waits for Floyd to run into him. Takes it right to the rim. Lays it up. But there's Kalkbrenner to jam it in.
Well, not a lot of answers for Kalkbrenner in there. He's just so big and missed the shot. He goes in there for the offensive rebound.
They get forward their first 6 from the floor. Pierre, top of the key. For 3. He hits it.
Yeah, he's got to look for his offense. Pierre is a solid offensive player. He doesn't look for the shot a lot, but he's got to go at Ashworth. Ashworth can't guard him.
8-5 with the lead, and then Pierre gets caught up with Ashworth as he brings the ball across the mid-floor line, and Jaden gets called for the foul. That's his first. First on the team. 17:06 to go in the first half. And it will be Baylor Scheinman the inbound just in front of our courtside position near the Providence bench. Out to Ashworth. Picked up again by Jaden Pierre. One dribble, bounces left for Scheinman. Now comes back out for Alexander. Takes it all the way through the top of the key. Out between the circles. Pass to the left wing for Scheinman. 6 to shoot. Scheinman's got Floyd on him. Wants to post him up with 3 to shoot. Turn on bank shot. No, missed it. And the rebound for Carter.
Good D by Floyd right there, using his body, making Scheinman take a fall away.
Pierre gets around Ashworth, stumbles to the floor, but saves it up front. Ticket gains, fake the 3. O'Dea kicks it left to Carter, comes off the screen. Carter gets dribble penetration, gets in the lane, wants to go up. Kalkbrenner's there. Back out for Floyd. Floyd now takes it over to the center. We've got Trey Alexander guarding him. Goes low with the dribble. Down to 7 to shoot. Floyd on the drive. 1-on-2. Back out front. Oduro. Thought about the 3. Goes up to the 3 and cannot get it. Rebound for Ticket. Goes back up and puts it in.
Good job by Gaines right there. He beat his man for the rebound with offensive rebound.
Ticket Gaines with the offensive rebound on the putback. Both Providence within 1. Alexander has it on the right sideline, uses the high screen, dribble penetration, right, 15-footer, no. Rebound, Gaines for the Friars.
Good job, good defense that time on Alexander.
Here comes Carter, quick pass into the forecourt. They find Oduro down low, he's double teamed. He goes up and under on Kalkbrenner and missed a shot, and Kalkbrenner gets the rebound. Now for Ashworth in transition, pushes the right corner for Shireman. Shireman, cross court for Alexander. Flashes into the lane, drives, spins, kicks it back out. Shireman, deep 3. No. Long rebound, chased down by Ashworth. Ashworth has it, goes up with it, and gets it.
The second shot opportunity, John. They've scored both times when they got the offensive rebound. I thought Gaines was going to block that shot. Good shot there by Ashworth.
Well, he just missed blocking it from behind. Ashworth with 5 early, 11-7 to score. There's a drive by Carter from the left wing, and he gets it in off the glass.
Big-time move there by Carter.
Carter gets his second basket, makes it 11-9. Top of the key for Kalkbrenner. Takes the 3. One dribble out on the perimeter. Now reverses back to the right. Fires over pillow, passing low. He goes up for 3, and he hits.
That's a problem if Kalkbrenner's making threes, I'll tell you that. He had some warm-up before the game, and he's knocking those down.
They left him out alone. He shoots 27% from 3. Not a great percentage, but he's got the threat. He's got 7 of the 14 Creighton points. There's Carter in the lane, goes up over Kalkbrenner, in and out. Rebound tip, no good. It's loose on the wing. They're picked up by Shireman. Now Ashworth in transition. He got up the middle of the floor. Basket to our left. Stops toward the right sideline. Comes off the high screen. Rolls down the left side of the lane. Ticket is right there to pick him up. He backs it out between the circles. Ashworth keeps the dribble. Guarded by Gaines. Pass off to the right for Kalkbrenner. Well, don't let him shoot. He'll pass it over to Alexander. He drives down to the baseline. Pierre cuts him off with 5 to shoot. He reverses into the lane, kicks it through, gets it off the Miller for 3. No good. Long rebound on the floor. Friars dive to the floor for it. Pierre is there. A held ball is called. Friars get the arrow.
Well, Friars are doing a good job on the initial shot, but the long rebounds, Creighton's been able to get a hand on. They scored twice, and now they get a jump ball on the third one.
Got a timeout on the floor. 14:03 to go in the opening half. Creighton 14, Providence 9. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball. If you can give me any more of me, perfect. That's great. Thank you.
That's as far as it'll go.
That's great.
Yeah, I'll take a little more of me, too.
I'm extraordinarily thin. Just because I'm cold. Well,
sounds great.
I've already squeaked once or twice.
I was going to say anything. Sounds good.
Those old stone walls across Rhode Island's countryside always captured your attention. And today, as a landscaper, you continue to craft that same beauty by laying one stone at a time, which is also why you chose Bank Rhode Island. Because with the straightforward delivery of services and our commitment to serve with integrity and trust, you have a bank committed to craft a better banking experience, one customer at a time. It's banking, well crafted, from Bank Rhode Island. Member FDIC.
30 seconds.
Yep.
Audi Warwick has your favorite SUVs like Q5 and Q7, as well as our extensive e-tron electric vehicle lineup. Looking for more performance? Come in and experience our SLRS models. At Audi Warwick, there is no other rating. We have over 75 new vehicles in stock for you to test drive and take home today. Audi Warwick is a winner of multiple awards, including Audi Magna for the past decade. We offer pickup and delivery, complimentary Audi motor vehicles, as well as on-site roadside assistance within 30 minutes. Stop by Audi Warwick for a no-hassle buying experience with our knowledgeable staff. Or visit AudiWarwick.com for a full selection of our 24 model lineup. Say you heard us on the Friars Gamecast for your exclusive PC discount. Audi Warwick, Rhode Island's premier Audi dealer.
Providence College basketball brought to you by Dave's Marketplace. All right, Joe, you got a first fresh take of the game?
Yeah, you know, what I mentioned, John, in the pregame, what I was worried about was the offensive rebounding by Creighton, and they're getting it done so far. They've had 6 rebounds in the game, and half of those have been offensive rebounds. The Friars done a pretty good job on the initial shot, but, you know, lack of Bryce Hopkins in there going for rebounds has hurt the Friars a bit because Creighton's been able to get those second shot opportunities. And a team that can score like them, you don't want to give them second chances. They've scored on 2 of those second shot opportunities. You look at second chances, Creighton out of their 14 points, half of them are second chance points off the offensive rebound. They're taking 4 more shots in the front. Friars is shooting 50% from the floor, John, 4 for 8. But second to 6 shots, 6 for 12, and they're shooting 50%. So the difference right now is the offensive glass. Friars have to. It's tough to get those defensive rebounds when a long shot goes up because everybody's scattered around. It's tough to box out, and Creighton's been able to get those rebounds.
Noticed Jeff Clark and Ken English having a little heart-to-heart during the timeout here. After he's already warned the Friar bench twice about being out on the floor.
Well, just watch the players. You're a referee. Watch the players. You can't call a foul on the coaches. Let the coaches coach, and you just do what you're supposed to do. Ref.
Garway Duval and Rafael Castro have checked in for the first time. Duval comes off the screen. He goes up for Castro, who banks it up and can't get it to go, but he gets fouled on the play.
Good pass there.
And they call the foul on Kalkbrenner.
Good pass there by Duval up over the top there. Castro, that's where you got to get him the ball, at the rim. He caught that one right down. Coach Ingles wants him to dunk that one, not lay it up. He should have slammed that thing home.
So Castro to the free throw line early in his appearance. Only 44% on the season. The first shot bounces and no good. Raphael averages 3 points, just under 3 rebounds per game. 68% from the floor, but again, only 44% from the line as Frederick King checks in, replacing Kalkbrenner as he picks up the first foul of the game for Creighton.
You got to practice at the foul line. I mean, Raphael's...
He's going to get a lot more time. There's no question about that. The second shot is also no good. Can't have any offers. Isaac Trapp, 6'10", redshirt freshman, is checked in for Creighton as well. As Ashworth has it at the point against Tickett. Now comes back to Shireman on the left wing. Well out on the three-point strike. He's going to drive to the right on Gaines. Gets down into the block. Goes up. Banks it up. Off the rim. No good. Duel with a rebound.
Duel hurt himself. Hurt his shoulder.
Hurt his right shoulder. He got a stinger.
No, I mean, I hope it didn't pop out.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, he came right out.
He's coming. Yeah. They've stopped play. And now Duval is over at the bench. And Friar trainer Chris Hageman obviously had an excruciating time this past week with Bryce Hopkins. Is now attending to Garway, and we can't really tell if it looks like it's misplaced or not.
Well, he grabbed it right away.
He did grab it right away.
I mean, if he got hit on top of it, that's fine, but, I mean, that's how my career ended. I dislocated my shoulder on one of those plays, reaching in, and the ball came up high, and it just popped out. Oh, man.
Well, if you're a Friar fan, you almost have to be saying, what next? Pierre into the game for Duval, has the ball on the right side, penetrates, goes up to the rim. Castro comes down with it, goes up with it, and got fouled again. This time, Frederick King commits the foul, and Raphael will go right back to the foul line.
His whole career has always found a pass for Castro on those pick and rolls. The only problem is Castro's got to finish those. He gets fouled on that one because when he gets to the line, he's got to concentrate on these foul shots.
Well, he's 0 for 2. And he's got 2 more tries. Providence is a team better than 69%. There you go. As he hits the first one. That's his first point of the game.
First couple, he just caught it and threw it up there like he expected to miss it. I mean, this guy he's 6'11". He runs the floor. He's a good athlete. He just needs to be confident in himself.
Second one rims out. So he's 1 of 4 at the foul line. Friars down 14-10. 13-15 to go in the opening half. Up high with it is Trey Alexander. King sets the screen, cuts to the left at the top of the key. Now reverses back to the right, slides down the lane, pulls up on the free throw jumper and scores.
Yeah, good move by Alexander. I think he's the best player on this team. I mean, he's so smooth out there. You play the point guard position when you have to as well.
That's his second basket. He needs 2 more baskets to hit 1,000 for his career. Right corner 3, in and out for Corey Floyd. And then Ashworth goes out of bounds with it. Nope. Apparently the Friars touch it last. It's going to be Creighton's basketball. Otero back into the game for Castro. Rich Barron checks in for the first time, replacing Corey Floyd. It'll be Creighton's basketball. Blue Jays lead 16-10. 12:51 to go, and they're still working on Duval's right shoulder on the Friar bench. We'll keep you updated as best we can. Alexander, left wing here for Shireman, goes cross court. That pass is intercepted by Pierre. Pierre leads the break down the middle of the floor, drives right to the hoop, scoops it up short. Can't get it, but Gaines is right there to put it in.
What a follow-up by Gaines right there. Great balance.
Quick pass, full court left. Shireman penetrates, gets in the line, kicks it back out, top of the key, trap for 3. Can't get it. Carter with a rebound. Well, Carter breaks back the other way. Friars going left to right here in the first half. Angles through on the left sideline. Looks for the screen. Oduro sets it. Cuts to the right. Gets down into the lane. Swheels into the left. Turns around with a fadeaway jumper. Off the rim, no. Trout with the defensive rebound.
Good D by Alexander right there. Take away that fall away.
Now for Ashworth. Ashworth bounces inside as Kalkbrenner returns. He's got 3 black shirts around him caught underneath the basket. Pierre comes
3
in,
seconds.
and 3 seconds in the lane. Called by Creighton.
Good job by the Flyers collapsing on the big fella. Currently have nowhere to pass. He had 3 guys in his way. It's a 3-second violation.
Darwin Durrell is going to the Friar locker room, still holding his right shoulder. We'll get a timeout on the floor with 11:59 to go in the first half. Creighton 16, Providence 12. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
When you work with Jenny,
He didn't get hit on it.
it's about connecting your life
That
and
thing's like
clients.
probably popped out.
You are on your
This
best
is shooting
shooting.
off,
We can
too.
build a
So I'll
team
go to the left side.
with recommendations
Fall out all the
that are
time.
aligned with your best interests
So he
based on your
done.
needs,
He'll be able to
skills,
play
and
either.
preferences. To
I
learn
think
more,
so.
stop by our offices located in Providence and South
Unbelievable.
Kingstown, or visit JannyProvidence.com. Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Fighting through the storm of life can be overwhelming. And it's backward. The responsibility and constant worrying of your medications can be overwhelming. Don't let your prescription needs get caught up in the storm. Right Cross Pharmacy's network is the perfect way to help make your medication management simple. The network arrives at your doorstep each month, making it easy and reliable to stay on your medication schedule. Visit whitecrosspharmacy.com.
Thank you.
Calm your score. 30 seconds.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't want to try it right now. We're still in the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
Providence College basketball brought to you in part by Finetco, a family of lumberyards. John and Joe back in Omaha. And when it rains, it pours. I know we're getting ready for a snowstorm potentially back home, but the snowstorm and injuries continues here in Omaha. Carly Durrell had a right shoulder injury, and he has gone to the locker room.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate on it, but, that happens occasionally now with players when they reset for a loose ball and they try to get it, and then the offensive player pulls the ball up and then your shoulder separates, dislocates, or whatever it does. It tweaks it a bit, strains it. And I've had one of those injuries, and I couldn't play anymore. But that was on the left side. That's on his shooting hand. Hopefully it's not something that's serious because they need him. He was in there for 1 minute, made a good play. But, Friars are lacking bodies right now. When you consider if he's not able to play, the bench isn't very deep or size-wise.
Well, Rich Barron is in there right now. Friars have the basketball, trailing Creighton 16-12 with 11:59 to go in the first half. And if Garway can come back out on the bench, we'll keep you posted. Pierre now has it in the forecourt, to our right for the Friars. Pushes off the left wing for Corey Floyd. Floyd holds on left sideline, and we got a whistle.
Foul on.
We're going to call a foul on Miller. Mason Miller. I said Mike Miller earlier. That's his dad. 17-year NBA veteran who won 2 titles with the Miami Heat.
He could shoot it, too. One of the best three-point shooters in the league.
He's number 1 in the league. That's his first foul. That's team foul 3 now on Creighton. Inbounds comes to Ticket. He gets off the 3 to the left corner, and he hits it.
Boy, good setup right there. And Ticket didn't hesitate. He's got to look to take that shot. You got any room, he's going to let it fly.
That's 7 for Ticket in the first half. Friars are within 1.
Friars hanging tough, man.
Farabello checked into the game for Creighton. He has the ball on the right sideline against Jaden Pierre. Bounces to Shireman. Shireman goes up with a free throw line jumper short. Gets his own rebound, but tipped away from behind. Pierre and Ticket come to the floor. Kalkbrenner picked up the loose ball, misses his shot, and Floyd then gets the rebound.
Friars are active on the glass. Good job there.
Floyd pushes over to Pierre. Providence looking for their first lead in the ball game as Pierre has it between the circles. Miller guarding him. He's going to go up for 3. Can't get it. Long rebound. Farabello on the run, looks up the floor after the right wing for Shireman. Picked up there by Gaines. Kalkbrenner at the top of the key with it. Has 2 dribbles to the right. Shireman fakes the 3. Looks for that 3. Watch it. Gives it to Farabello. Farabello on the right flat. Now back out between the circles of Alexander. Alexander looks a high screen, cuts to the right outside the three-point stripe, looks for penetration, goes up inside, a foul is called, and an offensive foul called on Trey Alexander.
Good job by Gaines. I mean, playing great defense. He needs a sub right now. He's going to come out. He's gasping out there. He's playing great defense. He's rebounding the ball. And Admonay picks up the offensive foul on Alexander.
Tremendous defensive effort here by the Friars over the last couple of minutes. And Alexander picks up the offensive foul, his first, team's fourth. And the Friars have the ball, a chance again to retake the lead.
Friars show a lot of grit right here. They don't have a lot of people to play out there, but they're hanging tough.
Here's Pierre with it into the forecourt, comes off the screen to the left, takes it back, Carter, wide open three-pointer. Yes!
Good job there. Double team that went on Pierre and leaves Carter wide open for the three.
7 for Carter. Friars grab their first lead of the game with 10:26 to go in the first half. They lead at 18-16. For a Bello, mid-floor circle. Pass off the left side for Alexander. Alexander uses the screen, rubs to the right, gets down the lane, leans in, right-handed push shot, up and in.
Well, Friars are fighting over the screen. They don't want to give the alley-oop to Kalkbrenner, so you got to fight back in front.
Here comes Carter trying to answer the other way, kicks it all the way through. Off the floor, O'Dura, wide open three for Josh. Can't hit it.
That was a good look.
Miller with the rebound for Creighton. Now the Blue Jays looking to retake it on this possession, the lead that is. The hands off for Farabella on the other side in front of the Friar bench. He moves on Barron, top of the key. Kalkbrenner's going to put up another three. Can't get that one. Carter with the rebound.
Yeah, you want Kalkbrenner taking threes with all the guys they have out there who can make threes.
Here's Pierre. Gets dribble penetration. Goes down the right side of the lane. Kalkbrenner shoots in the lane like a fly at a picnic. Now bounces inside, trips to the floor. Loose ball taken by Creighton. Shyman pushes up. Alexander, catch and shoot three. Got it.
I really like that kid, man. He's a good player. Bad pass by Pierre that time. They had a mismatch inside with Oduro, but Jaden just rushed that pass. He had to take Kalkbrenner further out and then throw it inside to Pierre. Throw it inside to Oduro.
That's 9 for Alexander out of the 21 on the board for Creighton. Oduro, top of the key, comes right for Barron. Barron curls off the screen. He's going to throw up the runner. Can't get it. It's short. Long rebound for Shyman again for Creighton. Blue Jays with a 3-point lead and the ball. Shyman penetrates left side. Miller out front. Farabello. Good ball reversal to Alexander. There's the lob down to Kalkbrenner. Puts it up. Can't get it. Foul is called.
Yeah, call it off Corey Floyd. Hope it's on Floyd.
Nope.
Calling on Oduro.
It's on Oduro. First foul on Josh. Just the second team foul on the Friars with 8:51 to go.
Good decision there by Alexander. He saw the switch and had Corey Floyd on Kalkbrenner, so he threw it inside the big fellow. Oduro came over late, tried to help out. I thought Floyd fouled him first, but they get Oduro coming over.
So Kalkbrenner, first to 2 at the line is good. On the season, he's just a 63% free throw shooter as Castro comes in for Oduro, and Gaines comes right back in for Rich Barron. But one thing is for certain, now the Friars are potentially 2 players short, you're going to see more frequent substitutions.
Oh, yeah. Because the Friars play man-to-man the whole time.
Second shot for Kalkbrenner is good. He hits them both. Creighton is a 76% free throw shooting team. Kalkbrenner hits 2, and now the Blue Jays are up 5. They've led by as much as 6 here in the half. Friars did have a 2-point lead at 18-16. So it's a 7-0 Creighton run. Here's Carter down the left side of the lane, and there's Kalkbrenner again. He reverses on him, turns back around. Ball is tipped away from behind. It's loose on the floor. Kalkbrenner is there with Carter to tie him up, but the arrow belongs to the Blue Jays.
Good defense by the Blue Jays right there. As Carter was trying to probe for a lane, you see Kalkbrenner is such a weapon out there. You know, you get in the paint, Carter usually finishes against everybody. He sees Kalkbrenner in there at 7 feet. He's rough. He says, I can't get this shot off with him around.
That's true. He averages almost 2.5 blocks per game.
So how about all the ones he changes?
Right. That's even more important. That's why he's 2-time Defensive Player of the Year in the Big East. Alexander has it on the right sideline. Now kicks it up top of the key for Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner, left-handed dribble, cuts back to the right, hands off Alexander, curls to the left, gets down the lane, kicks it to in the left wing, keeps the dribble alive. Now back up front, Farabello, 6 to shoot. Alexander drives on Castro down to the post, all the way through. Ball is tipped away and stolen.
Good defense.
Gaines comes up with that left sideline, finds Carter in transition. Carter back out front, finds Pierre, goes left. Gaines for 3. Take it. Knocks it home.
Gaines is looking for a shot now. He was passing that up a little bit this year, trying to move the ball the extra pass, but they know he needs to score, and he's looking for a shot.
Ticket Gaines has 10. Friars are back within a deuce. Here's Alexander curling off the high screen again, gets inside the right elbow, backs it outside the three-point stripe again, comes left side for Farabello, goes right back to Alexander, takes the three, drives, throws up the runner, scores.
It's so tough. You got to worry about him taking the three, and he beats you with that little floater in the lane.
And Alexander over 1,000 points for his Creighton career. He's the fourth player on this Creighton roster to have over 1,000 career points. That's how much this team can fill it up.
Well, he's versatile, too.
Here's Pio driving to the right side. Friars down 4. Castro open for 3. Holy moly!
How about that one? Castro didn't even hesitate.
That's his first made career three-pointer for Rafael Castro.
Love it.
On his first attempt of the season. Pass outside Alexander, and he goes up and under, and a shot by Kalkbrenner, who throws it down.
It's just too easy right there. There's nothing you can do about it. They switch like Corey Floyd on Kalkbrenner, just threw it up to the rim.
That's the problem. If teams are patient against the Friars when they have to switch defensively, they're going to find mismatches, and that's what happens.
Well, and Creighton has to make a good decision to find the open guy, and that was a good one right there. Get it, throw it up at the rim.
Timeout, 6:50 to go. The opening half is Creighton 27 and Providence 24. From Learfield, this is Providence Friars basketball.
Dave's Marketplace is a proud sponsor of Providence College Athletics. Dave's is a locally owned and operated company with 10 locations serving Rhode Island families. Dave's has won many awards for its prepared foods.
Back on the bench.
So when you don't have time to cook, they can satisfy your family's needs. When you do have time to cook, Dave's offers the highest quality produce, seafood, meats, deli, bakery, and a large variety of grocery and specialty foods. A smile and a free cup of coffee.
Why don't you come back with that upvote?
So he's out for the half, he said.
It's so dark in here.
Yeah,
Is that a raven?
she guides me through my sea of darkness.
Creepy. Why so dark?
My bank thought it was best.
Is your bank keeping you in the dark?
It's just a phase.
Santander Bank made sure I was clear on how to use my account and mobile app before I left. It's called Walkout Working.
Well, I haven't heard of
I see that. Get the respect you deserve at SantanderBank.com. Santander Bank and member FDIC. 30 seconds.
There are many ways to say Miller Lite has more taste and only one more calorie than Michelob Ultra. Could say it with your show choir buddies at your high school reunion. However you say it, it's Miller time. Sober responsibly. 2021 Newport and Walker, Wisconsin. Beer for 12 ounces. Miller Lite, 96 dollars. 3.2 costs. Michelob Ultra 95 dollars. 2.6 pounds. Taste test before ice. 2% February 2018.
The Hot Potato Food Truck is a proud partner of PC Athletics. For your next event, call the Hot Potato Food Truck at 401-919-3009. Got an update, Joe?
Yeah, Friars playing good basketball right now, John. So Pierre's back on the bench, but I think he's going to be out for the half.
You did Duell.
Duell's out for the half right now with that injury, so they'll probably reevaluate him at halftime. But looking at the stats here, John, there's only 3 Creighton Blue Jays who have scored in this game. Kalkbrenner has 11, Alexander has 11, and Ashworth has 5. The leading scorer, Baylor Shireman, is getting the counter effect out there. He hasn't scored. He's over 5.
Right.
So the Friars are doing a good job. They're down 3. Only 4 guys for the Friars have scored. You got Maduro hasn't scored yet, but Gaines shooting the ball well, 4 for 4, 2 for 2 from three-point range with 10 points. Devin Carter has 7, Pierre has 3. And Castro with 4 points and makes his first three-pointer. Didn't even hesitate on that one, but I'm impressed with the Friars. They're hanging tough out there, just down by 3.
If they go back out on the floor, you've got Ticket Gaines and Devin Carter hugging each other as they go back out.
Well,
shoulder to shoulder and having a little conversation.
Well, Devin came off the floor. He was upset about something, but Gaines is like a coach out there. He's a fifth-year senior. He's just having some good words with Carter.
6'8" freshman Donovan Santoro has checked into the game early here for the Friars as Devin Carter controls it between the circles. Castro in there, sets the screen. Carter goes down the lane, throws it up high off the glass, and it goes in.
Well, that's going to be there. If Carter can beat his man down there, Shireman can't, the big fellow Kalkbrenner can't get back there in time.
That's 9 for Carter. Friars were within 1. Ashworth now has it for Creighton to the right side for Shireman. He turns and gets away, spins inside underneath the Kalkbrenner, and Kalkbrenner scores again.
Castro went for the steal right there and didn't get it. And if you don't get a steal that close to the basket, you usually give up a layup.
That's 13 for Ryan Kalkbrenner out of their 29 on the board for Creighton. It's a 2-man game right now for the Blue Jays. on the left side with it. Ball got tipped, and a foul is called.
Alexander.
They get it on Trey Alexander. That's his second personal. And that's team foul 5 here with 6:01 to go.
So Carter baited him into that one. He had the ball. He brought it up under the hands and arms of Alexander, and the ball was knocked away. But Carter initiated the contact on that one, picks up the second foul on Alexander. Good play by Carter.
Mason Miller then checks back into the game to replace Alexander.
Yeah, that's a guy you want out of. He's got 11 points, and he's been terrific in his half.
We got Oduro back in as well as Corey Floyd for the Friars. Inbounds comes to Pierre.
Yeah, that's a good matchup for the Friars there, John Wood.
Carter drives down the left side, pulls up with a bank shot, and scores from 12.
He's got Fabio on him. He can't guard him. He can't guard you. So Carter should just keep going at it.
That's 11 for Devin. Friars are back within one. 29-28 Creighton. 5:41 to go in the first half. Ashwood working hard on Corey Floyd to the right side. Reverses back to the hook between the circles. High post for Kalkbrenner. Now Kalkbrenner slow dribble around the arc to the right wing. Lets it get rid of it and does so. Shireman now has it top of the key. Backs it out. Steps back for three. Cannot get it. There's an offensive rebound for Miller and a putback.
You got to box him out. He came flying in between three Friars to get that rebound. That was a big play there by Miller.
That's how big box outs are. And the Friars did not get a body on Mason Miller. That's his first basket. Top of the key for Oduro. Comes to the right side for Carter. Carter gets around Farabello, gives it back to Oduro, gets it down on the right post. Kalkbrenner's behind him. Goes left, cuts back to the right. Up fakes with a reverse, short. That's the Kalkbrenner effect right there. Quick pass, Farabello, catch and shoot three, no. Rebound for Floyd.
Carter getting out after him. The Friars should just go right at Farabello if he's going to guard Carter.
Floyd comes off the screen, gets around Shireman, goes right down to the hoop. 1-on-3 with white shirts there, lobs it back out front for Pierre. But Pierre crosses over, goes down into the post as well on Ashworth. Kicks it all the way through the left corner. Oduro for three. Nope, can't get it.
I like to see Pierre elevate against point guard there, Ashworth. Take the jumper in there.
Finds Shireman into the right corner for Miller. Back out front for Shireman. Now comes left Ashworth. He's open for three. Nope, can't get that. And there's Gaines with a rebound.
Shot by Gaines. He boxed out nicely right there. Friars have two mismatches they can really take advantage of. Pierre and Carter.
Carter has it, gets around Farabello, goes down the left side of the lane, comes back out to the free throw line. There's a double team, and Shireman comes in from behind and slaps it away. Shireman takes it all the way down, and a reach-in foul is called on the floor on Jaden Pierre.
That's a good foul right there. Shireman had numbers. He should have passed the ball. Had a layup. Didn't get a foul right there.
That's right on Jaden. Jeff Clark says it's on Ticket Gaines. So Ticket Gaines gets the foul call. Well, we got a timeout with 3:57 left. Creighton 31, Providence 28. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
Your entree into the restaurant business began in your home kitchen. And today,
Yeah,
your
Ashworth
pathway
on
of success
Pierre's got
continues
a, I wish
with
I was
a
on that
well-crafted
business. I said,
menu
listen,
and
you get in that
staff
paint and
to
just
add an
take
extra
it further
touch,
right.
which is
I
also
want you
why
to
you
shoot
chose
that shot.
Providence. Because with a
Ashworth's a
straightforward
midget. You
delivery
can't guard
of
him.
services and our
He's right up
commitment to
over him.
serve with integrity and trust, you have a bank that's just as committed to add that extra touch. It's banking, well crafted, from Bank on
You
Rye.
can back them down. It's like
Member
all the way
FDIC,
in front.
equal housing lender. Done once, done right.
Put a door at the foul line on the
Union
corner. He
Partners,
takes
like
away
leaders and refrigeration
front runner
technicians
from
who
being
are
in the
members of
paint.
Local
You know?
51.
So Gary can hit a shot. The Gary got to go out there. Really opens up.
Continuing education for our members ensures they're familiar with the latest codes and safety rules. Rely on our stable and skilled workforce for your building, service, or renovation project. Local 51. Done once, done right.
30 seconds.
Yep. Property disasters like flooding from a burst pipe or smoke and silt damage can happen at any time. If not treated quickly, disasters like these can result in even more damage to your property. If you experience water, fire, or road damage, call Rhode Island Restoration, 401-414-1111. Rhode Island's top choice for property damage, cleanup, and reconstruction. Rhode Island Restoration provides commercial and residential property owners with a rapid response 24/7 and a commitment to restore your property back to its pre-loss condition or better, fast.
John and Joe back at the CHI Health Center in Omaha, Nebraska. We've got 3 minutes, 57 seconds to play in the first half. Creighton holding on to a 31-28 lead over the Friars.
Friars hanging tough too, John. Showing a lot of spunk out there. Doing a good job on the defensive end. Creighton 13 for 27 so far at 48%, but just 3 for 10 from three-point range. The Friars are 5 for 10, 11 for 30, 11 for 23 from the floor, 47%, 5 for 10 from three-point range. But when I look at, before I went to break, when I look at the matchups out there, I like the matchups the Friars have at two positions. You know, instead of point guard Pierre, when James Pierre has Ashworth on him, instead of penetrating, backing him down and trying to throw it out to a three-point shot, just elevate above Ashworth. Ashworth's only about 5 feet 10. And Pierre can go right up and over him, take a little 10-footer, 5-footer in the lane and score because they're putting Oduro out on the perimeter. Where the big fellow Creighton has to go out on him, so he's not patrolling the paint. You can take advantage of that. And Carter can really take advantage of his mass pass.
Inbounds from the baseline, Sharman. Sharman now gets the ball back, slips at the foul line, tries to work his way in, wants to go up on Carter, banks it up and scores. First basket of the game for Baylor Sharman.
Well, Carter's done a good job on him, but Sharman, they isolated him that time. They want to get him a shot. Good job by McDermott to get him a shot.
And that puts the Blue Jays back up by 5. Pierre now has it on the left side against Stephen Ashworth. Drives to the right side.
Right there.
Klepper is off and no good. But Oduro had the rebound and it gets stolen by Ashworth from behind.
I mean, that was a good shot there by Pierre. There's nobody on him.
Quick pass left corner for Farabella. Pushes out for Kalkbrenner at the top of the key. Kalkbrenner looks to hand off. Holds the ball high. Sherman wants it. Kalkbrenner turns and then dumps it off to him. First look for the screen. Sharman drives it to the left on ticket. Goes up off the glass. 2 in a row for Baylor Sharman.
Well, when the scorer gets going, they got to take away that drive on him because he's a good three-point shooter.
And that gives Creighton their largest lead of the game at 7 at 35-28. 6-0 run here as Corey Floyd has it in the left corner on Sharman. Loses the dribble, picks it up, tries to up-fake with it. He's caught for travel.
Corey's got to go up there and shoot that shot. Trying to pump fake. You got to go up strong in the side and get into his body and finish off the glass.
6-0 run here with the Blue Jays. And the Friars have gone scoreless, Joe, in the last 3+ minutes. And Creighton now has a chance to extend the lead with 2:42 to go in the first half. Ashworth now pushes to the left side for Farabella. Rich Graham is checked back in. There's a high-low for Kalkbrenner. Scores.
Yeah, good execution by Creighton. Trying to figure out the Friar defense a little bit. Get an easy one there for Kalkbrenner.
15 for Ryan Kalkbrenner in the half. Largest lead is 9, and the fans here in Omaha are on their feet. Carter bounces Oduro. He slopes out Kalkbrenner, goes up to the clip, and scores.
Good move there by Oduro. Getting his body into Kalkbrenner. We didn't have any leverage to try to block that shot.
First basket of the game for Josh Oduro. They need him desperately. Stops the 8-0 run by the Blue Jays. Ashworth, left corner, back up front for Farabella. High post, Kalkbrenner, just to the right of the top of the key. Holds the ball high. Ticket fights through. He goes up for 3 at the front rim, and Ticket gets the rebound.
Good job by Ticket. He switched and challenged that shot.
Here's Pierre in the full court right. He's going to drive on Ashworth, gets down into the right post, has to back it out to find Oduro. Oduro hands off for Carter, curls off the screen, gets down the lane, leans in, turns around, jumper up. No good. Missed everything. And the rebound for Kalkbrenner.
Carter's going to go to the basket with Farabella on him. He can't guard him.
Right side for Farabella. Farabella hands off for Ashworth. He fakes the 3. Pulls it out. Carter's on him defensively. Sharman up, drives. On Ticket, goes inside. And we're going to call a block on Gaines this time. And Sharman, the benefit of the call there, as Gaines picks up his second personal. He clearly lowered his shoulder. I think that may be one of those situations where block the charge is going to go the offensive way.
Well, they've been calling blocks all year, and they're going to be consistent that they do. But Gaines anticipated. He knew where he was going to go on that one. Sharman used his left arm, too, to lower that shoulder. That's his strong hand.
That's 2 fouls on Gaines. He comes out of the game. Just the 4th team foul on the Friars. Inbounds comes to Farabella. Out front for Sharman. He goes high-low, and the pass is intercepted. And then Kalkbrenner ran right into Jaden Pierre and knocked him over, and then they said the ball was off of Pierre.
That's Clark, and he's looking right at it. I mean, come on, man. That's a foul there. That's a foul on Kalkbrenner.
No,
Pierre had the ball.
He had the ball, and Kalkbrenner knocked him down. Come on, Tim Clarkerty. Inbound, Ashworth finds Sharman in the right corner. Sharman loses the dribble, picks it back up with 1 foot in the center circle. Now it comes off the screen. Right side on Pierre with 7 to shoot. Ashwood has it middle of the floor. Cuts the left. Puts up a 28-footer. Banks it in and out. And the rebound chased down by Rich Bowen.
Good block out there by Oduro. Keep Creighton off the glass.
Under a minute to go in the half. Friars down 7. Pierre has it on the left sideline. High screen set by Oduro. Rolls down the right sideline. Back out front for Floyd. Floyd now feeds the post to Oduro. Oduro switches, goes down low on Cogburner. Goes up with a reverse layup and can't hit it. My goodness.
Well, see, Creighton, he bottles shots and you rush it a little bit. He had the opening right there, just missed the layup.
And there's a deep one by Shireman. Can't get that one. Carter with the rebound.
One shot here for the Friars.
There's 3 seconds difference between the clocks. The Friars are going to hold on to it and take it down to the end. Down 37-30. Right toward the end of the first half. Carter near the mid-floor line, far sideline, just going to work some time out of the clock. We're making his move with 10, with 9, now with 8, moving to the center with 7, with 6, starts to move to the right with 5, with 4, posts up on Farabello with 3, with 2, fadeaway jumper, no, can't get it. And a timeout called by Greg McDermott with 2.6 on the clock.
Well, Carter works on that move a lot where he penetrates and then shoots the little fall away. He's a little short on that one, but I like to see him explode up against Farabello with the leaping ability that Carter has. Get one up off the glass. Creighton was going to come in there late, but he had Farabello beat.
He did. I think that's what they were looking for. They were looking for that isolation to give him one-on-one.
I mean, that's a great matchup for Providence. Farabello trying to guard Carter. I mean, you just can't guard him. Creighton is there as insurance policy there, but, you know, he had him beat off the dribble. Just go to the basket there and kiss it up off the glass with the right hand. Creighton is not going to get there in time.
2.6 seconds left. The use or lose it 30 seconds out here for Greg McDermott and Creighton. 37-30. Blue Jays lead it by 7.
Well, it's like a late game situation. You have to keep everybody in front of you. There's plenty of time for Creighton to get a good look here. But you want to try to make them catch the ball as far down the court as possible so they have to use time to get it up over half court. You don't want them able to catch the ball in mid-court. They can get a good look at the three.
Shireman will have to inbound it from the baseline to our right. They've got to go the full 94 feet. Friars have 2 players in the backcourt. Shireman looks for the inbounds. He gets it right side for Alexander, who's back in the game. He runs up the right sideline. Is it a foul call? No, he stepped out of bounds. He lost it out of bounds. There's only 0.3 on the clock.
I don't think you can get a shot off at 0.3. It's 0.4 or more, I think they say, right?
Yeah, generally speaking. You can imagine that the hometown crowd is going to start that clock as soon as that ball leaves the hands of Jaden Pierre over on the far sideline. All the Friars in the forecourt to our right. We'll see if they can get a shot off. Pierre now has the ball on the sidelines. There's Carter. He will get the shot off and can't get it, but then Tim Clockerty stops play.
Halftime.
He said, that's it?
That's it.
Okay, halftime. He blew the whistle, though, before the clock said 0. The clock says 0.1.
Well, I think he wanted to call a foul on the screen right there, and then he realized there's no time left, so he said, I'm not going to call the foul. That would have put Creighton on the foul. No, both teams have, what, foul team?
Yeah, but nobody's in the bonus.
Nobody's in the bonus, so it doesn't matter.
So we're at halftime, and Creighton leads Providence 37-30 here at the CHI Health Center in Omaha, Nebraska. We'll come back with more in a moment from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
This is Dennis White from Midland Roofing Company.
Did you want me to just play whatever I have?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Leading residential roofing specialist. We delivered expert roof installation for over 45 years. Ask us about our lifetime warranty on our shingles.
This is head coach Kim English, and our friends here at Midland Roofing are proud to raise the roof to Providence Athletics. Give them a call and tell them I sent you, and they will help you protect your house. Go Friars!
It's so dark in here.
Yeah.
Is that Raven?
She guides me through my sea of darkness.
Creepy. Why so dark?
My bank thought it was best.
Is your bank keeping you in the dark?
It's just a phase.
You know, Santander Bank made sure I was clear on how to use my account mobile app before I left. It's called Walkout Working.
Well, I have a Raven.
I see that. Get the respect you deserve at SantanderBank.com. Santander Bank, and member FDIC.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't want to try it right now. We're still in the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
Elite Physical Therapy is the premier choice for physical therapy in Rhode Island. You deserve a physical therapy place that will go above and beyond to ensure you remain comfortable while achieving the results you want. Elite Physical Therapy is staffed by a team of highly trained and talented physical therapists, all of whom take the time to listen to your concerns and answer your questions. That way, they can create a personalized treatment plan that puts your comfort first. Elite Physical Therapy, award-winning hands-on care for healthy results. It's your choice where to go.
There are many ways to say Miller Lite has more taste and only one more calorie than Michelob Ultra. You could say it with your show choir buddies at your high school reunion.
Miller Lite is more taste and no one will ever even make a Michelob Ultra.
However you say it, it's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2021 Miller Point Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Beer for 12 ounces. Miller Lite, 96 calories, 3.2 carbs. Michelob Ultra, 95 calories, 2.6 carbs. Taste test before place.
30 seconds to play back.
Meet John and Jim Iaccord, brothers and proud Providence College graduates and longtime season ticket holders.
Now wait, like 32 seconds to got hurt.
Together, they founded Iaccord Law, carrying forward their commitment to excellence in real estate and business law. With offices in Boston, Providence, and Western Rhode Island, they're more than just lawyers, they're pillars of the community. At Iaccord Law, you're not just a client, you're family. Iaccord Law, where legacy meets trust. Call or visit online to be a part of our story.
James comes up with the left sideline. Finds Carter in transition. Carter back out there. Finds the air. Look. James for three. Take it. Knock it home. Ticket gains with 3 of his 10 in the first half. So the Friars trying to get their scoring a little bit more balanced. They trail Creighton at halftime 37-30. John Rooke and Joe Hassett back here in Omaha. And, I don't think the Friars played all that poorly. Creighton came into the game with the 11th tallest team in the country, tallest team in the Big East, a lot of size. They're the best shooting two-point field goal percentage team in the country as well. I think they're third nationally in two-point field goal percentage. They shoot the ball from 3 at a great clip as well. They've got the leading scorer in the Big East in Baylor Shireman, and yet they're kind of hanging in there, and they're doing it very, very short-handed.
Yeah, Carpenter and Alexander were big factors in that first half for Creighton, John. Those two guys shot 11 for 15 from the floor combined. Carpenter, there was no answer for him. He played 19 minutes. That's a lot of minutes for Carpenter to play. They usually bring King in for like 4 or 5 minutes, but they kept Carpenter in there and they kept going to him. Friars did a good job on Shireman because Carter was guarding him. Shireman was just 2 for 9 in 18 minutes, so they took him out of the game a bit, but those other 2 guys hurt the Friars. I think where the Friars, you go in halftime, and Kim already recognized it, some of the matchups that Creighton had against the Friars. Jaden Pierre only took 4 shots. He's got Ashworth on him. I'm telling you, Ashworth just cannot guard him. Jaden's got, when he goes to the basket and gets into the paint, he's got to elevate over him and make the shot. Just think about he's going to score against him every time. And when Devin Carter has the ball and has Farabello on him, I mean, that's that's a big disadvantage for Creighton, and the Friars have to take advantage of that. They always have Carpenter in there working, but O'Dora's got to be a guy to make an outside shot to keep Carpenter honest so he can't get into the paint. O'Dora's just 1 for 8 from the floor and 0 for 3 from 3. He's getting good looks, but he's not making the shot. If we can knock some of those down, Carpenter has to go out and get them. Then the Friars can dominate in the paint with both Carter and Pierre against their matchups because Creighton can't guard those 2 guys.
Well, of course, the Friars then, if you're just tuning in, also had another injury before them here in the first half. They only played, what, you said 32 seconds? And you had Broadway Duval go out with what looked to be a right shoulder injury. He went to the locker room. He came back out on the bench late in the first half, but has not returned to the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he's okay. I mean, hoping it's just a little strain in there because anything serious because your left one is bad enough, but the right one, when you're on your shooting arm, that's a problem. And he came in and he played 32 seconds, but he made a factor right away. He came in, made a great move to the basket, threw the alley-oop over to the big fella Castro, almost finished off with a dunk, but he would have been a tough matchup for anybody on Creighton as well with his size and where he can get to the basket.
What happened with 13:31 to go in the first half? He was only in the game for half a minute, and they went right out. So the Friars basically played the entire first half without Garway Duval and, of course, without Bryce Hopkins.
Yeah, and they have a short bench to begin with. You know, Santoro played 48 seconds, but Darren played almost 7 minutes. So, you know, they don't have a lot of guys that they can play, and everybody who can play has played for the Friars in this one. And the Hagen top down by 7. I thought the defense was good. I mean, it made Creighton work for everything. Creighton shot 16 for 33 at 48, but the Friars did a good job of challenging that three-point shot. This Creighton team is a very good three-point shooting team. Friars held them just 23% from beyond the arc.
The Friars even had to play Donovan Santoro for almost a minute in that first half. We'll have some more coming up in a moment. Friars down 7 after the break. From Learfield, this is Providence Friar basketball.
Audi Warwick has your favorite SUVs like Q5 and Q7, as well as our extensive e-tron electric vehicle lineup. Looking for more performance? Come in and experience our SLRS models. At Audi Warwick, there's no no-brainer rating. We have over 75 new vehicles in stock for you to test drive and take home today. Audi Warwick is a winner of multiple awards, including Audi Magna for the past decade. We offer pickup and delivery, complimentary Audi loaner vehicles, as well as on-site roadside assistance within 30 minutes. Stop by Audi Warwick for a no-hassle buying experience with our knowledgeable staff. Or visit AudiWarwick.com for a full selection of our 24 model lineup. So you heard us on the Friars game.
On the road again.
No, it's not that good. Yeah.
It was your father's
Right.
leather chair.
Johnson,
His father's before that. It's when you
Yeah,
just sat
I felt
back
like
from
they
a
were
busy
over
day
there.
and
You
enjoy
know,
some
good, man. They
milk,
don't get
fat,
respect,
and
but they're
comfort.
good.
Which is
They're
why
getting
you
it now.
also choose Baker Around. Because with the straightforward delivery of services and our commitment to serve with integrity and trust, we have been committed to craft the comfort of a better banking experience. It's banking, well crafted, from Bank RI. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As an athlete or fan, you need to keep your mind and body in the game. With over 90 board-certified radiologists with broad-based experience and subspecialty training, Rhode Island Medical Imaging will deliver the most accurate...
Play another highlight here coming back. You'd like to
MRI. Okay. For another imaging exam, ask for Remy. As the first and only outpatient diagnostic imaging center of excellence in Rhode Island, Remy will provide you with the highest quality of care. To find one of Remy's 16 state-of-the-art locations nearest you, visit RemyRad.com. Served commuters for more than 50 years. If you're you behind the wheel of your career, Things Here Stables are setting you up for success. RITA offers great benefits, including health, vision, dental, and
What are the
pension
coaches
plans.
leave up there?
Visit RITA.com/jobs for details.
What are the coaches leave that bottle there?
Yeah. Coach English here to talk injuries. Ortho Rhode Island
Talk
Express
injuries. Oh,
offers
right, that
immediate
is.
injury care for
Coach English,
sprains,
yeah, talk
breaks,
injuries.
tears, and more by orthopedic specialists you won't find at an urgent care or walk-in clinic. Call
We shouldn't let them advertise anymore.
7000.
We don't want to talk about it.
Same or next day
It creates
in the
injuries.
evenings and Saturdays. And learn more at orthopedicsri.com/express. Ortho Rhode Island Express. Injuries don't wait. Neither should you.
Looking for
30 seconds to disclaimer and playback.
Boston, Connecticut, and New York? Leave the car and train behind and ride on Go Buses.
Well, we got about a
Convenient
minute
stops
to
in
go here
downtown
anyway,
Providence, Cambridge, Newton,
we'll do your
Hartford,
thing.
New Haven,
Right.
and Midtown Manhattan. Go Buses is a choice for you. Each bus features complimentary Wi-Fi, outlets at each seat for electronics, and a free bottle of water. Departure start at just $18 one way. For more information or to purchase a ticket,
Out here in
visit
Omaha.
GoBuses.com. Make the
That's gotta
right
be a
choice
hard
and
deal.
ride
Yeah, I
with
know.
Go Buses.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Providence College. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Providence College. And Learfield announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Providence College.
Field leads the break. Down the middle of the court. Tries right to the hoop. Scoops it up short. Can't get it, but Gaines is right there to put it in. Yeah, Ticket Gaines with their 2 of his 10 in the first half. Friars down 7 at halftime to Creighton. Jenny Montgomery Scott helps clients connect their life and their finances. Jenny Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC. In the Big East today, St. John's is on the verge of winning on the road at Villanova. They lead 76-65 with 1:24 to go in regulation. And then Seton Hall has made it 2 big wins in a row. The Pirates at home today knock off 7th-ranked Marquette, 78-75. And then Cooley gets his first Big East win at Georgetown, 68-65 in D.C. against DePaul.
Well, the Big East is tough, but you see those teams winning on the road. I mean, Seton Hall, don't sleep on them. That team's good. You know, that 15th oldest team in the country. Top 5 seniors, won the 650 guy. They beat a Marquette team there, being physical.
As far as the numbers in this one, you had Carter with 11 to lead the Friars, 10 for Devontae Gaines. Providence shot 43% from the floor, but 50% from three, only 1 of 4 from the line. Creighton was led by 15 from Ryan Kalkbrenner, who averages 15 per game, but he had 15 in the first half to pace them with also 7 rebounds.
Well, Kalkbrenner, with McDermott, the coach of Creighton, he said, I'm going to go at Oduro. They really don't have a lot behind Oduro, so I want to see if I can get him in foul trouble, and that's what they did. They tried to get the ball to Kalkbrenner a lot, and he responded to Kalkbrenner. He made some baskets.
And that's also affected Josh's offensive game. Just 2 points and 0 rebounds for Oduro. Josh was only 1 for 8 shooting.
Well, that's Kalkbrenner in there. You know, with his size, he bothers a lot of shots. He had good looks, Oduro, but, you know, you always worry about that guy being there to block the shot, but you know, you got to go up there and try to make the shot. If he blocks the shot, so what? You just try to finish off the shot, not worrying about getting the shot being blocked.
But 11 for Trey Alexander as well. Creighton shot 48% from the floor. They got rebounded the Friars 21-14. The second half is coming up next from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
Finding the perfect engagement ring can be overwhelming, but no one makes it easier than Hanush Jewelers. And because Hanush is a direct manufacturer, you'll save 30 to 60% off everyday pricing. Let the experts
He's definitely got it taped up.
your experience
I can tell him. He's out there.
Hanush Jewelers at 325 Waker Lane in West Warwick and at 435 State Road in the Hanush Plaza in Dartmouth. Hanush Jewelers, a family jeweler for your family.
Hey ladies! Whoa, shiny. Why are you so clean and buffed? You look like a racing sailboat. My bank took me to get cleaned. Huh, so your bank took you to the cleaners? No. I see my reflection in your forehead. Did your bank take you to the cleaners? No. With simply by checking from Santander, use the account once a month. There's no monthly fee. Oh, that's much easier. Get the respect you deserve at SantanderBank.com. Qualifying transactions to waive the monthly fee times and fees, rebates, and adjustments posted with Santander Bank. Other fees may apply. See bank for details. Santander Bank and member FDIC.
Friar friends, this is Devin Cole. Be sure to check out 110 Grill at 111 Fountain Street in downtown Providence. It is the perfect place to enjoy a nice meal and great drinks before heading over to the inn. Come in and enjoy some awesome apps, oversized sandwiches, and entree favorites like pulled pork mac and cheese, chicken caprese, or steak tips. 110 Grill is also recognized as one of the most allergy-friendly restaurant brands in the U.S., and the entire menu can be made gluten-free. Visit 110grill.com for more information, and go Friar.
When does 1 + 1 = 200? When you combine one substance, like alcohol, and one substance, like marijuana. Using alcohol and drugs together, and then getting behind a wheel, makes you 200 times more likely to cause a crash. 200 times. Those odds
You're always
are
out there
not in
shooting.
your favor,
Yeah, that's good.
or anyone else's.
That's a good
Don't
sign.
drive drunk. Don't drive high. And try to stop someone who is. A message from the Rhode Island Department of Transportation.
Hey, Fire fans, this is Coach Ken English from Providence College men's basketball. I want to extend a massive thank you to Finetco, a family of
Just give him a thumbs up out there. He's all right, he said.
phenomenal partners. Finetco embodies an elite mindset in every project they undertake. It's about seizing the moment, just like on the court. With 3 convenient locations across Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. If you have any home improvement or building needs, call Finetco at 1-800-390-09
30 seconds.
or visit them at finetco.net. And let's unite to build the winning future. Go Friars!
In 1943, our grandfather, Tom Haxton, started out selling beer and wine in a small liquor store in Omaha, Rhode Island. And in 1962, our father, Jack Haxton, moved Haxton's to his present location on Route 2 in Warwick to provide our customers with the best selection and the lowest prices. And after 3 family generations, we've made Haxton's Liquors one of the largest liquor stores in New England, which means that we buy the most, so you pay the least. Visit the newly remodeled Haxton Superstore on Bird Hill Road in Warwick, where we buy the most, so you pay the least.
John and Joe back in Omaha. Garway Duran is back out on the floor for the Friars on the bench. He's got his right shoulder taped up. He was taking shots at the basket just moments ago. He won't start the second half, but it looks like he might be available.
Yeah, I think they'll throw him in there. After he made a couple of shots, he went over to the coach and had a thumbs up. So he says he's ready to go. We'll see what happens out there when it's a lot of action and starts bumping into people. Hopefully.
Pierre Floyd, Oduro, Carter, Gaines, the original 5 out on the floor. You got Miller, Ironman, and Ashworth. Friars open up with the ball to start the second half. They're in the black, Creighton in the white. Providence basket to our left here in half number 2. Come off the screen. Gaines for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Kalkbrenner with a rebound.
He set that up for him. He thought he was hit on the elbow on that shot, but didn't get the call.
Alexander now has it. Creighton basket to our right here in the second half. Has it up near the midfield circle. Up high now for Miller. Miller guarded by Carter right now. Has the ball. Dumps it off. High post for Kalkbrenner. For the key, hands off to Alexander. He curls around to the right. Kicks the ball back out left. Miller gets an open look at 3 and buries it.
Well, you leave him open. He's a good shooter. Try to get out there a little ways, trying to help on the penetration there. Miller knocks it down.
Number 1 3-point shooter in the league. That's his first made try of the game, and they've got their first double-digit lead at 10. Pierre comes off the screen, gives it to Oduro in the lane, puts up the bunny, can't get it, rebound tip, no good. And again, the Kalkbrenner effect plays large.
Yeah, he threw it up a little higher that time, worried about getting the shot blocked.
Ashworth, right side for Alexander, shakes off Carter, gets down into the post, goes cross court for Miller. Miller now for Shireman. Shireman, high post for Kalkbrenner, back to Shireman, fakes the deep 3, works to the right on Corey Floyd. Now wants to take him down into the post, gets into the lane, turns around with a rough shot, can't get it. Off the rim, and Corey with a rebound.
Good job by Corey Floyd being physical on that play.
But now you got to start worrying about scoring. Carter bumps into a Fryer on the right, puts up the runner, and again can't hit it. Kalkbrenner again changing that shot. Here's Alexander, lobs to Kalkbrenner in the post. He goes up and scores and gets fouled.
Yeah, Kalkbrenner's made a big difference to start this second half. He's challenged 2 shots. Fries had good looks in the paint. Threw it up a little bit higher, worrying about the shot being blocked. Then Kalkbrenner races down the floor as Corey Floyd on him switching. And they throw it inside. The good play by Alexander. He recognizes the mismatch and throws it inside of Kalkbrenner. Well, Kalkbrenner had basically a mismatch at anybody on the floor except for Oduro, and he's 5 inches bigger than Oduro.
Floyd's first foul. And Kalkbrenner, there's just no stopping this guy right now. He's got 17 points, and the free throw is good. 18 for Ryan Kalkbrenner.
You know, and a lot of times they about him on the offensive end, but in this game they've been drilled to make sure they get him the ball.
And Creighton has scored the first 6 points of the second half to go up by 13. At the screen, Pierre drives to the right, caught over the right elbow, backed out by Miller. A lot of height, as we mentioned earlier. A lot of length on this Creighton team. Carter now has it on the left side, pushes the ball over for Floyd. Floyd with 9 to shoot. Top of the key, finds Oduro, hands off to Pierre, who drives down the lane. He throws up the runner at the rim. Short, rebound flies up. Who has it? Kalkbrenner.
Well, I mean, had 3 point-blank shots at the Big East sign.
Here comes Shireman driving, puts it up, banks it up, won't get it. Carter gets the defensive rebound, pushes up the floor for Pierre. Pierre can't challenge. After Carter, he won't challenge, but he'll drive the lane. Throw it up, put it in. No, they will say the foul on the floor. Before the shot, and it's on Kalkbrenner who picks up his second. And here comes Briar Wade Duval back into the game for the Friars with 17:39 to go in the second half.
A good pump fake there by Carter. But here's that Kalkbrenner around, challenged the 3-point shot. Carter wanted to shoot that, but Kalkbrenner with his length, he couldn't get it up, but he did pick up the foul on it.
Duval looks for the inbounds from the baseline, right of the basket. He flips it out to Oduro on the right flat. Friars haven't scored in the opening 2.5 minutes of the second half. Floyd drives down the right side, and then Kalkbrenner leans in, banks it up too strong, and a foul is called on the Friars over the backside.
Kalkbrenner is just a big pain out there.
He absolutely owns the paint.
The shots by the Friars here in the second half, John, have been in the paint, and none of them are going in. And because of him, he's challenging everybody.
A foul is called on Oduro, who picks up number 2. He has been a game changer. This is why he's 2-time defending Defensive Player of the Year in the Big East. He does so much, and he doesn't have to score, and he's scoring on top of that here this afternoon. Alexander has it outside the key on the right side, guarded by Ticket Gaines. Now he's going to take him off the dribble, tries to get down low, goes cross court to Shireman. Shireman finds Kalkbrenner in the left flat, turns and faces Oduro, hands off to Alexander, curls off the screen with 4 to shoot, kicks it through, right corner, Shireman, bang.
They can't leave him in the corner. They went to help out, and Shireman was wide open for 3.
It's timeout called Tim English and the Friars. 3 minutes and 7 seconds into the second half. And Creighton has scored 9 unanswered points. Providence has yet to score, and they're down by 16. We'll take the timeout from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
Yeah, we shot in the ball. This is exactly what I thought. He just yelling at Garway. Garway left him.
At Audi Warwick, there's no Nürburgring related. We have over 75 new vehicles in stock for you to test drive and take home today. Audi Warwick is a winner of multiple awards, including Audi Magna for the past decade. We offer pickup and delivery of Audi loaner vehicles, as well as on-site roadside assistance within 30 minutes. Stop by Audi Warwick for a no-hassle buying experience with our knowledgeable staff. Or visit AudiWarwick.com for a full selection of our 24-model lineup. So you heard us on the Friars Gamecast for your exclusive PC discount. Audi Warwick, Rhode Island's premier Audi dealer.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't want to try it right now. We're still in there.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
30 seconds.
Yep.
Those old stone walls across Rhode Island's countryside always captured your attention. And today, as a landscaper, you continue to craft that same beauty by laying one stone at a time, which is also why you choose Bake Rhode Island. Because with the straightforward delivery of services and our commitment to serve with integrity and trust, you have a bake committed to craft a better baking experience, one customer at a time. It's baking well crafted from Bank RI. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Illinois laborers are training the workforce of today that will build tomorrow with state-of-the-art training academies around New England to be equipped with the construction skills, knowledge, and experience to start your career and a better tomorrow. LIUNA, feel the power. Players right now are feeling the effect of Ryan Kalkbrenner and this multifaceted Creighton basketball team off to a 9-0 run here to start the second half to take a 16-point lead.
Yeah, he's doing everything out there. Not only showing up in the stats with 9 rebounds and 18 points, but all the shots he's challenged. The Friars started the second half there 0 for 6, and every shot they've taken has been in the 3-second area. Little floaters in the lane, but they throw it up a little bit higher because he's around and not able to make the shots. I mean, they're getting good looks, but him around there just makes them change.
Like we said earlier, there's a reason why he's the two-time defending Big East Defensive Player of the Year. Not only does he block shots, but he affects shots that he can't get to.
He changes everything out there, you know, and that doesn't show up in the stats either.
Inbounds for the Friars after the timeout to Duval. Touches to Oduro. Duval playing the point right now. Has it on the right side. Goes high post for Oduro. Oduro takes the dribble to the right side after free line after Carter. Carter thought about the three on Alexander. Goes to the right wing. Forward is it knocked away and stolen by Shireman.
Shireman's long. I mean, he just backed up on that one, stole the pass.
Shireman finds Alexander, who drives on Duval down in the paint. Turnaround, rattles the rim and goes in.
Good shot there by Alexander. I mean, the defense by Duval, he's long. He's ever had his challenge the shot, but he still made the shot.
11-0 run for Creighton to start the second half. Well, the Friars are down 18. My goodness. Carter on the right wing with it. Drives on Alexander down to the baseline. Backs the ball out. Finds Corey Floyd up top. Floyd now shares it in a high post with Oduro. Comes left for Ticket Gaines. Gaines comes around the screen set by Miller with 6 to shoot. Now for Carter. He drives right. Big jump stop. Goes inside. Oduro runner scores.
Good job by Carter. They drew over Kalkbrenner that time and passed a little pass in Oduro. Oduro finally makes that little bunny.
Friars go 4 minutes and 15 seconds into the second half before they score. That's a killer. Ashworth now has it on the left sideline against Duval. Top of the key for Shireman. Drives on Ticket, goes down, strips, lost to the floor, but saves the ball out to Alexander for 3. Missed it. And then Kalkbrenner gets the offensive rebound. He took it right away from Oduro. Shireman goes left. Kalkbrenner works out to the right side. Hands off for Shireman. Starts left, cuts right. Back to the left again. On Ticket. Spins in the lane with the left hand. Nope. And the rebound again for Shireman. And the ball gets tipped and stolen by Gaines.
Good job on the boards by Creighton. A nice play by Gaines there to get that steal.
And Duval tries to cross over, and Ashworth reaches in and picks up a cheap foul. First foul of the game on Ashworth. Second one of the half on Creighton. 11 officials timeout. 15:01 to go in the second half. Creighton in control right now, 48-32 from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
dark in here.
Yeah.
Is that a raven?
She guides me through my sea of darkness.
Creepy. Why so dark?
My bank thought it was best.
Is your bank keeping
40
you
to 32, 48, 32, right?
You know, sometimes their bank made sure I was
that's
clear
wrong.
on how to use my account and mobile app before I left. It's called Lookout Working.
Well, I have a raven.
I see that. Get the respect you deserve at santanderbank.com. Santander Bank, and remember FDIC.
Since 1975, the mission at Midland Roofing has been to provide the best customer service and quality workmanship in the Rhode Island roofing industry. We stay on top of the latest trends and styles and can show you a wide variety of options available. We're a GAF certified master elite roofing contractor, one of only a handful in Rhode Island. Trust our fully insured and registered roofing experts when you need free estimates for your roofing needs. Call us at 401-738-8282 or online at midlandroofingri.com, and we'll give you an estimate for your roof installation or
30 seconds.
There are many ways to say Miller Lite has more taste and only one more calorie than Michelob Ultra. You could say it with your show choir buddies at your high school reunion.
Well, see, they still only got him for 30.
Yeah, that's
what's wrong.
Wherever you say it, it's
That's
Miller
no
time.
points in the second half.
2021 Rooke and Milwaukee, Wisconsin beer from 12 ounces, Miller Lite, 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, Michelob Ultra, 95 calories, 2.6 carbs. Taste test performed by Institute for Perception, February 2018.
That score is wrong.
Milton Cat, your Caterpillar equipment dealer for the Northeast, is a proud sponsor of Providence College Athletics. John and Joe CHI Health Center, and it's actually, the scoreboard here says 48-32. The official stat for Hammers, so the Creighton is still outscoring Providence 11-0 in the second half. So I don't know, maybe they were a little bit happy that they had that shutout streak going, but the Friars actually do have a deuce in the second half, scored by Josh Oduro. They're down 16.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to forget that one. Josh, our little floater in the lane, he's 1 for 10 so far in the game, 0 for 3 from three-point range, and no rebounds. I mean, this is Josh Oduro is having a tough ball game in this one, and Corcoran is a big reason why. When you look at Corcoran, he's 7 for 10 from the floor, 1 for 3 from 3, perfect from the line. He has 10 rebounds in the ball game. Tough matchup right now. Friars come out of the gate in the second half, though, John. They had good looks at the basket, just weren't able to finish those shots.
Corcoran effect.
Yeah, on every shot. He bothered every shot going up there. The Friars now have to buckle down on defense and not allow second shot opportunities. Creighton's had 7 offensive rebounds. They had 2 offensive rebounds in the last possession. You know, a team that scores as well as they do, and you're behind, you can't give them second chances.
Again, this is the program that was preseason picked for second in the Big East behind Marquette. They were preseason ranked 8th in the nation in the AP Top 25. They're just out of the rankings now because they've lost 4 games this year. And they were a shot away from the Final Four a year ago. And they're showing some muscle here this afternoon. Imanzo Duro gets it to Carter. Slides down the lane. Gets the ball back out for Jaden Pierre, who's re-entered the lineup for Providence. Backs it out between the circles. Works to the right wing for Garway Duval. Now Duval feeds the post. Goes over the head of Oduro. And we got a foul. A hold is called on Alexander. And that's 3 on Trey Alexander.
That's a big guy to get foul trouble. Get him out of there. He's been terrific in the game so far. Look at his stats. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with 13 points and 4 assists.
And he's coming out for Francisco Florabello.
Now, there's a matchup that Friars can really go up. Pierre and Carter against Florabello. I mean, you got to take advantage of that.
Duval from the baseline after Oduro. Oduro is going to take Buckner down deep, turns over with a jump hook and a score.
Yeah, that's a lot of body right there. And Kim Ingles was telling the official that. I mean, that should have been a foul on Corcoran.
Should have been. The officials will call it. Tim Clockerty, your boy. Here's Ashworth. Bounce pass over to Shyman on the left sideline. Everybody's your boy.
I give up.
Here's Florabello on the right side. Quick pass and ball is intercepted by a goal. He stepped in front of Corcoran and took it away.
Good job by the big fella right there.
Here comes Duval in transition. Has it out, cut off. Top of the key, Carter circles to the left. Circles back to the right, gets in the lane, puts it up and scores.
Good job by Carter right there. Passed up the 3, got to the basket. Got away from Corcoran. Corcoran's playing a lot of minutes, John. He might get to wear him down.
Carter has 13 to lead the Friars. Back within a dozen. Florabello between the circles, goes left to Ashworth. Picked up there by Pierre. Top of the key for Cogburner. One dribble, stops his dribble right on the 3-point stripe. Hands off to Ashworth, curls to the right, pulls up from 17, bang.
Pierre's got to do a better job of fighting over that screen. I like to see Pierre go at Ashworth, man. I just can't believe he can guard him.
7 points for Stephen Ashworth.
Man, I like to have him guarding me. Yeah, just wear him out.
Left side, Gaines drives down into the post, bounces out for Oduro. He thought about it. He drives. Whoop! Called for travel.
Well, Josh, he had Kalkbrenner leading and just got excited, shuffled both feet before he put the ball on the floor.
Turnover for the Friars is their 7th of the game. Farabella will bring it left to right into the forecourt and left wing for Baylor Shireman. Shireman comes to the right side for Farabella in front of his bench, near side right. Top of the key for Ashworth. Ashworth gets dribble penetration, back out to Miller. Farabella touches back out to Ashworth on the left sideline. Ashworth uses a screen, cuts to the right again, down to 9 to shoot, back out front for Farabella. Farabella feeds inside, Kalkbrenner. Banks his way in on the left flat with 2, with 1. Turned around at the buzzer, can't get it. Rebound Carter.
Good D right there.
One of the best defensive sets of the game. Here's Carter, curls around the high screen, gets to the foul line. Oduro sets for 3, can't hit it. Gaines offensive rebound and a putback.
Yeah, Gaines against Miller in there. Just get him out of the way and gets that big rebound.
He pulled Kalkbrenner out because of the 3. That's how Gaines was able to get the rebound. Here comes Ashworth, gets down to the top of the key. Baylor Shireman then cuts to the right, stops out between the circles. Bounce pass to Kalkbrenner on the high post. Kalkbrenner turns and looks, ball waist high. 1 dribble, 2 dribbles, banks it out. He's going to go up for 3 again. Can't get it. And the rebound for Carter. Carter pushes in transition. Blows by Shireman. Shireman cuts him off. Carter keeps it outside the 3-point stripe. Uses a screen. Cuts to the left. Keeps the dribble alive in front of the Friar bench. Off the left corner for Pierre, right in front of his bench. He drives on Ashworth, gets down into the post. Backs it up, and he drives a foul.
Ashworth can't guard you, John. They're going to get Pierre. Go at him. Shoot the ball.
Ashworth called for his second foul. That's 4 on Creighton here in the second half with a timeout. 11:57 to play. Creighton leads 50-38 from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
This is an ad about a self-made team. Me.
So I go to school,
I do my chores, but I also have my own goals. I'm saving what I earn from making radio ads like this one to buy a gaming computer, and I'm using my Embark account to do it. With no fees, mobile banking, and a money management tool, it's like this Spend account, but a lot smarter. So if you're a self-made team like me, I suggest you get one too. The Embark account, banking for the self-made team. Navigate Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Elite Physical Therapy is the premier choice for physical therapy in Rhode Island. You deserve a physical therapy place that will go above and beyond to ensure you remain comfortable while achieving the results you want. Elite Physical Therapy is staffed by a team of highly trained and talented physical therapists, all of whom take the time to listen to your concerns and answer your questions. That way, they can create a personalized treatment plan that puts your comfort first. Elite Physical Therapy, award-winning hands-on care for healthy results. It's
40 seconds.
Can be overwhelming, but no one here than Hanush Jewelers. And because Hanush is a direct diamond importer and a jewelry manufacturer, you'll save 30 to 60% off everyday pricing. Let the experts at Hanush Jewelers make your experience one you remember forever. Hanush Jewelers at 325 Quaker Lane in West Warwick and at 435 State Road in the Hanush Plaza in Dartmouth. Hanush Jewelers, a family jeweler for your family.
For water, life, and mold damage, call Rhode Island Restoration. 401-414-1111. Rhode Island's top choice for property damage, cleanup, and repair. Emergency service available 24/7. Well, this game is kind of unusual for Creighton as well, but they want to be the same kind of Creighton team that we've seen for the 10 years that they've been in this league. This is the 1,000th straight game that Creighton has played as a program where they made at least 1 3-pointer, and yet it's not really the threes that are hurting the players today.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting to the basket as well. And the big guy, we keep mentioning his name a lot. It's like a broken record, Kalkbrenner, but he's the guy who's scoring inside with the 13 points. Friars have Trey Alexander, though, in foul trouble on the bench. That's where they can take advantage. The Friars started the half, John, 0 for 7, but they made their last 4 shots. They're making a little run here, getting it down by 12. Doing a good job on the defensive end. Shot clock violation almost happened twice against Creighton, which, that team that looks to shoot those threes. The Friars doing a good job on the defense. You have to convert on the offense. You start off 0 for 7 in the second half here. That's why you built that big deficit, but they have the ball here now. They can get it under. Well, they have some free throws here from Pierre. They can get this to 10.
Jaden Pierre goes to the free throw line.
Who's
Jaden,
perfect on the year.
17 for 17. Knock on wood, reverse for me. His first free throw here is good. Jaden averages 8 points per game. He's got 4 in this one.
He's got to get more. That guy can't guard him.
Second shot bounces and stays. So he's 19 for 19 from the foul line on the season.
Well, Ashworth's out of the game right now.
Castro's in the game. Up, he's right there.
No, Ashworth's out.
Ashworth is out. Alexander is in. It's 50-40 with 11:50 to go on the clock. Alexander has it mid-floor circle. Push the left wing. Sharman, quick catch and shoot for 3. No good. Duval with the left side rebound. Bryce trying to push. Here's Pierre on the left side. Centers with the dribble. Gets cut off there by Alexander. Garway has it. Penetrates right side for Floyd. Floyd gets into the lane. Kicks it through to Pierre on left wing. Pierre back out front for Devin. Now Carter using the Castro screen. Gets down the lane. Fadeaway bank shot. Up and in.
It's fouled. It's fouled by Paravella. I mean, that's a shot you got to go with. Carter getting into the basket there, not fall away, go into him, pick up the foul.
So Farabello picks up the foul on the elbow as Carter put the bank shot in on a fadeaway attempt from 10 feet away.
I like the matchups of Fry's. Right now, Pierre will have Alexander on him, so Pierre's not going to get good looks as he would on Ashworth.
Carter misses the free throw. That's his first try at the line on the game. But it's 50-42. So the Friars on a 6-0 run over the last $1:16 on the clock. Between the circles, Alexander scoots to the right on Carter. He slips and falls. Alexander's jumper's up, no good. And the ball goes right to Devin. Friars looking to close further. Duval on the right wing with it. Looks for penetration out front for Carter. Carter wants a screen. Castro sets it. Cuts to the right side of the. Looks for the pick and roll. Gives it to Castro. Castro goes up. Can't get it. Too strong. Rebound to Carter. Up the floor now for Farabello. Right corner. Shyman works his way in and a foul. Reach in is called. Who are they going to get?
We got Corey Floyd on
that
one.
Floyd. That's 2 on Corey. That's 3 on the Friars here in the half. Ticket Gaines back into the game. We're going to give Devin Carter a brief rest.
You know, Corcoran has played a lot of minutes. He hasn't come out in this ball game.
He hasn't.
Second half.
Shyman looks for the inbound for the baseline. Into the right corner now for Alexander. Dumps it back. Ball gets tipped away. Loose on the floor. It's out of bounds. It's foul ball.
Good job by Floyd, and they're helping out. And Castro deflecting that pass away.
So the Friars have the ball down 8. 10:37 to go. Pierre up the right sideline. Goes right by his man. Reverse layup. Can't get it. Again, the Kalkbrenner effect.
The Kalkbrenner had a piece of that one.
Alexander quickly up the floor, stops outside the three-point strike. Now dumps it off to Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner centers, gives it right back to Alexander, who gets into the lane, kicks the ball outside. Miller gets another open look, can't get that one. Pierre with the rebound. Now here comes Jaden, right corner. Ticket can't get the 3 off. What happened? He stepped out of bounds?
Yep. He's had one of those in the last 3 games.
He just pivoted in the right corner to try to shake off Francisco Farabello, and he stepped on the sideline.
He hurt himself a little bit, too, as he's hobbling back. I'd like to see PS shoot that 3. Coming down, the defense is backing up on their heels. Raise up and knock the 3 down.
Alexander walks it into the forecourt. Goes to the left side, and Ticket knocks it out of bounds on the wing. Creighton will keep it.
Guys had 3 straight possessions, John, where they got stops and weren't able to score it on this end. This could be a tie ball game.
Creighton will keep the ball with 21 to shoot, 9:56 to play. Shyman will inbound from the left sideline. Forecourt to our right. Looks for the break out to the ball and finally lobs it up to Kalkbrenner. Now Ryan Kalkbrenner has it top of the key with the dribble. Ryan cutting off all the passing lanes. He has nobody to give it to. Dumps it out to Farabello. Farabello works off the screen, gets to the left baseline, left sideline, lobs it back door, and it's intercepted. Jaden Pierre comes up with a loose ball.
3 guys went for that pass.
Here comes Ticket into the game. Ticket top of the key for Duval. Duval looks for a screen. Ticket sets it. He slides to the left side. Cuts back to the right on Miller. Steps back up from 17. No, can't get it. Rebound took. Kalkbrenner again. That's 4 straight possessions. The Friars could close to 6. Miller for 3. Right corner, short. Gaines with a rebound. Gaines trying to push it into the forecourt, but Creighton gets back on defense.
Boy, Friars have had the opportunity. Just like Creighton has to extend the lead 5 straight times. They haven't scored. Getting good looks.
And here comes Pierre trying to score. As Castro for 3 hit one earlier, but misses that one. Alexander takes it the other way, all the way through on the right side in front of his bench, gets down to the baseline. Closed off by Duval. Feeds the post. Cogburner leans in and scores.
Good job by Creighton. Being patient right there. Alexander, the veteran player, gets a nice bounce pass on the Cogburner goal to finish it off.
That's 20 for Ryan Cogburner to lead all scorers in the game. And Creighton is back up by 10. Pierre Castro, top of the key with it. Dribbles to the right elbow. Turns and looks. Cogburner's away from him. Back out to Jaden. Now Pierre, guarded by Alexander, scoots to the right. Cuts back left, gets into the right.
Nice.
Off the glass and in.
Yeah, Jaden. Think offense, baby. He's an offensive threat that doesn't look to score. He needs to shoot more.
7 for Pierre. Friars back with an 8. 8-11 on the clock. Alexander takes a little time off the clock. Into the forecourt. On the high post again for Cogburner. Back up front for Mason Miller. Miller bounces for Farabello. Looks for the post. Goes cross court for Alexander on the left sideline. Alexander now comes back to Cogburner at the top. Back to Trey. Trey comes around the arc on the right side. Back out.
Boy.
Sharman for three is well short. Long rebound to Duval. Pushes up the floor for Pierre. Now Pierre gets cut off again by Farabello on the right sideline.
Take him.
Creighton again gets back on defense. Pierre up between the circles. Moves to the right wing. They leave him. Shot goes up. No good. And Alexander then loses it out of bounds. It'll be Providence foul.
So I like the Fighters Fry team. I mean, they're in demand out there, but they're getting after it, playing good defense, getting some shots. They're just not making them right now.
7:31 remaining, and Creighton's lead is 8, 52-44. Time out of the floor from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
While we can't predict what the future holds, we can help ensure our investment recommendations remain in line with your goals, priorities, and preferences over time. We are here for you every step of the way and are dedicated to helping you prepare for what's ahead and ensuring you stay on track with your financial goals. To learn more, stop by our offices located in Providence and South Kingstown, or visit JannyProvidence.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC. Member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't want to try it right now. We're still in the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
30 seconds.
As an athlete or fan, you need to keep your mind and body in the game. With over 90 board-certified radiologists with broad-based experience and subspecialty training, Rhode Island Medical Imaging will deliver the most accurate diagnosis possible. If you need an X-ray, MRI, CAT scan, or another imaging exam, ask for RIMI. As the first and only outpatient diagnostic imaging center of excellence in Rhode Island, RIMI will provide you with the highest quality of care. To find one of RIMI's 16 state-of-the-art locations nearest you, visit RIMInet.com.
SeatGeek is now the official fan-to-fan marketplace of the Providence Friars. Whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. Fan.
Yeah, this Friar team, John, they're back there. I mean, they're playing hard every single possession. Down by 8 right now. They're not shooting the ball very well. They're 6 for 18 in the second half. They're 18 for 46 for the ball game at 39%. They're 0 for 4 from 3. Yet they're battling hard, and they got down by 19 in this game and right back in it. They just need to make some shots. They're doing a good job on the defensive end. They're holding Creighton at 6 for 17 in the second half. They're 35%, 2 for 8 from 3. So the Friars, the defense has been solid. They just haven't been able to make some shots to get a little closer in this one. But the effort is there. I mean, they're all over the place. They just have to stop making some shots.
Well, the Friars in the game, 39%. Yep. Overall, 18 for 46. But we've got Creighton under 50% at 44%. Creighton came into the game leading the Big East at 50% from the floor.
Well, the Friars are holding them at 23% from 3 at 5 for 21. Creighton shoots 38% from three-point range. So the defense has been solid, but the offense has been caught when they're in there. It changes so many things.
Friars have it, 20 to shoot. Inbound, Echo Duro the foul line. To Carter now at the top of the key. Melvin Carter turns, looks, finds Jaden Pierre. Bounce past O'Dora at the right elbow. O'Dora may want to go to work on Cogburner. Gets into the lane. Bank shot up, no good.
Made a good move. Just haven't been able to finish that one off.
Ashworth back into the game now. Hands off for Trey Alexander. Friars have had 6 chances to get it to a 6-point game and have not been able to get close. Here comes Alexander to the right side. Kicks the ball back out to Ashworth. It curls around the arc to the right side toward his bench. And Isaac Trapp, the 6'10 redshirt freshman, was checked in. Right side, Alexander drives, pulls up with a bank shot, scores.
He's tough. He's smooth, that guy. He's an NBA player, in my opinion, and he can really play.
15 for Trey Alexander in the game.
Here's my matchup right now. You know, NBA, you look for matchups. Didn't play against Ashworth. I mean, I got to get Jaden some shots here.
Jaden comes off the screen, drives right on Ashworth. Friars down 10. Carter for 3. Got it!
Good job there by Carter. Knocking that jumper down. They want to try to help on Pierre on the penetration, and Carter catches a 3-point range.
A fadeaway 3 from the top of the key. He's got 18 to lead the Friars. Providence back within 7. Ashworth tries to shake off Pierre. Right side, Alexander gets around Carter. Carter got a piece of it, and they call him for a foul.
Well, Clockety anticipated a foul. You know, he hasn't watched Carter much, but Carter blocks a lot of jump shots.
The shot, and Carter was trying to plead his case. I got all ball on that one. And Tim Clockety says, nope.
He's got to see him, man. I mean, you know, he's a freak out there. He blocks more jump shots than anybody in the country. Clockety sees him go up to try to block Alexander, and he gets an automatic foul.
The problem with officials like Tim Clockety who've been around for a while, they get arrogant out on the floor.
Well, he looks like he's in a trance half the time anyway, though, but he just missed that one.
Alexander hits the first free throw. That's his first free throw of the game. He's an 82% foul shooter on the season. Creighton very good at free throws, 76% as a team. Second shot, Alexander is up. No good. Rich Barron in the game and has the rebound.
Keep talking, John. Keep talking, John.
Ball don't lie.
Yeah.
Here comes Pierre. Right side against Ashworth. Back out front for Carter. Carter covered there by Alexander. Now they switch. Sharman gets Carter. Carter drives into the lane, jumps it off in the right corner. Pierre for 3.
Yeah, give him the ball. Shoot the ball, Jaden. He's got
10 shots. 7 for Pierre and a half. 10 for the game. It's 55-50. Providence within 5. 5:40 on the clock. Ashworth to the right side for Shyman in front of head coach Greg McDermott. Top of the key for Cogburner. Cogburner dumps it off left wing. Alexander drives around Pierre, lets it take him down low, flips it up, can't get it. Foul is called.
Man, that's a late one right there. You don't call it down this end. Jeff Clark. See, some officials you can't have on the road. They just go with the flow of the home team. And Clark, there's 2 questionable calls in a row right there.
Clark and Crockett are 2 of those, right?
Yep. Clark's horrendous to begin with. Foul started the game worrying about the coaches being on the floor.
Foul is called on Jaden Pierre. That's his second. And that is now 5 on the Friars in the half. Alexander gets 2 more. And then he hits the first one.
Good move, though, by Alexander, John. You know, he's getting in the hole. Going to create some contact. You know, he says, hey, I'll put the onus on the official. I'm at home. Maybe I'll get the call.
He did. He did. Mason Miller back into the game, replacing Isaac Trout. Second shot for Alexander. Missed it. Foul don't lie.
Yeah, he got it both times, John. Keep it up.
56-50. 5:20 to go. Friars with the basketball. Down by 6.
Come on, Jaden. You got that guy. He can't guard you.
Jaden pushes left for Carter. On the left wing in front of his bench. Got Alexander on him. He takes him to the hoop. Scores.
Carter just too strong for Alexander that time. Beat him with the right hand and split it up and laid it up.
That's 20 points for Devin Carter in this game. And Greg McDermott calls timeout for Creighton. 5:02 left. The Friars rush out on the floor to slap 5 with the guys out there with a timeout. 5:02 left, but we got a 4-point game.
How about the good of this Friar team, man? Never bailing out right now, down by 19 and right back to 4.
So we get a 30-second timeout here? It looks like it.
It's a 30.
30-second timeout, 5:02 to go. And 56-52, Friars have put their last 3 shots in a row from the floor.
You think about the Friars started off this half, John, over 7 and had all good looks in the paint. They weren't able to convert, but they got matchups that they can take advantage of, and they're doing it right now. Good coaching by Kim. He sees the matchups. Nobody can guard Carter out there. And he's getting some help from Pierre. You get Pierre against Ashworth. Ashworth can't guard him, and there's nobody. The only guy who plays good on-ball defense for his Creighton team is Alexander. Everybody else can get beat off the dribble, and Friars know that. The only guy that helps him back there is Cockburn. He's able to change shots, but Buckman has played a lot of minutes. He's not getting to the ball as fast as he was before. The Friars are getting open lanes to the basket.
We've got Pierre, Barham, Carter, Oduro, and Ticket out on the floor. Inbounds comes to Ashworth. Drives to the right, hands off to Miller. Miller stops between the circles, looks for the handoff, pushes right for Ashworth. Ashworth in front of his bench and his coach. Bounces to Shyman. Back to Ashworth in the right corner. No shot. Gives it around. Intercepted. Cogburner bobbled in. The Friars come up with a steal.
Ashworth lost the pass right there.
Pierre now controlled. Oduro sets the screen. He rubs to the left. Drives to the right. Kicks it all the way through. Pushes back out front for Carter. Carter's going to run for a deep three. Oh, my goodness gracious. A 30-footer for Kevin Carter.
Yeah, that's a good shot in today's game right there as he knocks it down.
23 for Carter, and we got a one-point game. Ball was almost stolen by Pierre in the backcourt, and they're going to call a foul. Jeff Clark calls a foul on Pierre. That should have been a 10-second foul.
It was close. Well, it's 23 on the shot clock there, John. But Pierre, he almost had the steal, and he went for it again. That's where he picked up the foul. But
well, that is 3 now on Pierre. And that is now 6 on the Friars. So the next one puts Creighton at the line on the bonus. Ashworth has it on the left sideline, back out front. And there is Alexander to the top of the key, guarded by Carter. Uses Cogburner as a screener, fires the three and hits.
Oh, that's a big one right there. As Carter went underneath the screen, he needed to make that one. That was a big shot by Alexander. That's why he's good as he is.
And that's 20 points for Trey Alexander in the game. 59-55, 3:47 left. Here, right side, a handoff for Carter. Carter tries to take Alexander off the dribble, going to go for another deep three. Can't get that one. With the rebound for Oduro in front of his bench. Josh Lamley going to take Cogburner off the dribble. Drives into the lane. Backs his way in. Turnaround. Jump hook. No. It's short. Shyman with a rebound.
Well, that was a good move again by Oduro. Just wasn't able to finish it.
Well,
yeah, Buckman backing up.
Josh had all kinds of trouble finishing short shots. And now Alexander has it near the mid-floor line. Crucial time of the ball game here. Alexander drives to the left lane, gets into outside the lane, gets cut off after Ashworth. Can't get the three off, but a foul is called before he elbows one. And it's called on Pierre again by Jeff Clark. And that's 4 on Jaden Pierre.
That's 17 fouls, too, so Ashworth gets to go to the line for a 1-on-1.
3:09 remaining. How do you feel like the officials have become the 6th man out on the floor for Creighton?
Well, 3 questionable. That might have been a foul there, but, the other 2 that they called against Alexander, those are tough calls there. Good block that time, too, by Carter, but big shot by Alexander, John. Friars get it to 1, he makes a 3-pointer.
We'll take the timeout. Friars down 4 from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
In 1933, our grandfather, Tom Hassett, started out selling beer and wine in a small liquor store in Omaha, Rhode Island. And in 1962, our father, Jack Hassett, moved Hassett to his present location on Rooke to provide our customers with the best selection and the lowest prices. And after 3 family generations, we've made Hassett Liquors one of the largest liquor stores in New England, which means that we buy the most, so you pay the least. Visit the newly remodeled Hassett Superstore on Learfield Road in Rooke, where we buy the most, so you pay the least.
Your entree into the restaurant
that was a
business
big
began
move, Alexander. We had him on the
and
rope.
today, your cafe's success continues with a well-crafted menu and a staff committed to add an extra touch, which is also why you chose Bank Rhode Island. Because with a straightforward delivery of services and our commitment to serve with integrity and trust, you have a bank that's just as committed to add that extra touch. It's banking, well-crafted, from Bank Rhode Island. Member FDIC.
30 seconds.
Finding the perfect engagement ring can be overwhelming, but no one makes it easier than Hanush Jewelers. And because Hanush is a direct diamond importer and a jewelry manufacturer, you'll save 30 to 60% off everyday pricing. Let the experts at Hanush Jewelers make your experience one you'll remember forever. Hanush Jewelers at 325 Quaker Lane in West Warwick and at 435
Joe has
State
1 rebound in the game.
Hanush Jewelers.
James has 9, so he picked up the slack for Hopkins. He's got 12 points and 9 rebounds.
Johnny Joe back at the CHI Health Center in Omaha. We've got 3:09 remaining. Players were down in this one by 18 points early in the second half. Got it back to 1 point before Trey Alexander just hit a 3 to give them a 4-point cushion with, as I said, 3:09 remaining.
You know, and the Friars have played great defense the whole ball game, John. There's two guys that just playing great. I mean, Kalkbrenner and Alexander have 40 of the 59 total points that Creighton has. So the Friars have shut everybody else down, but Alexander's an NBA player, and Kalkbrenner's been a monster out there. He's played almost 36 minutes in this ball game. He hasn't come out at all. Basically, King went in there for a minute. He's just backup. And Kalkbrenner's showing some good stamina out there. But the big play so far in the ball game was the big three-pointer by Trey Alexander about a minute ago, when the Friars had him on the ropes a bit with a 1-point lead.
And now it will be Stephen Ashworth going to the line to shoot a run, but the Friars just committed their 17th foul, and Ashworth was at 18 of 19 from the free throw line on the season.
Well, I had to take Pierre out now. Galway duels in the ball game. Pierre has those four fouls.
Right. So Ashworth, first try at the free throw line, is up and good. That is his 8th point of the ball game. That's what he averages, 8.1. Creighton is now 6 for 8 from the foul line as a team. The Friars just 3 for 7. Second shot for Ashworth is good.
Well, you know, Friars doing a good job on Shyman, too. He's 3 for 15, 1 for 6 from 3, but the other guys have picked it up for him.
We got a 6-point game. Friars got to figure out a way to score and keep the pressure on.
Going to go through Carter, that's for sure.
Carter has it between the circles, guarded by Alexander. Tim English stamping his feet, trying to get his offense moving. Carter drives to the right, goes down low, picking up high off the glass, doesn't get it. Shyman rips the rebound away.
Should have been a travel on Shyman right there. He caught the ball. He's spinning all the way, trying to make sure he didn't get tied up.
Got to get a stop here. Alexander mid-floor circle against Garway. Moves back to the center. Now cuts to the back to the right. Gets dribble penetration down the lane. On a whistle. They're going to call another foul. Who did they cover on?
They call it on Garway.
Garway? That's his first foul, but that's 8. 2:31 to go. It's going to put Creighton back at the line with a 1-and-1. It'll be Trey Alexander. You know, you might notice, but Garway's just running that right arm angle. And now he's coming out for Corey Floyd. So
Garway just trying to get out there and play. I mean, hopefully he doesn't have a...
Well, he's just trying to cut it out. All right, so it's Alexander to the line for a 1-and-1.
Well, with foul shots, hurt the Friars here in this comeback. And Alexander making that 3.
And his free throw is good. That gives him 21 for the game.
He's so good. And he's their best defender on the ball. They got him on Carter, making Carter work. I know he can't stop Carter, but, you know, the Friars have to find somebody else to help offensively. Carter's going to draw some double teams for sure, and other guys have to knock it down.
Alexander's second shot. No good.
No, he's been 1 for 2 3 times from the line.
Carter with the rebound. Friars down 7, though. Only 2:25 left.
Need to score here for sure.
Pierre to Carter. Carter comes off the screen. Gets into the lane. Fadeaway jumpers up. Got it blocked by Kalkbrenner. Oduro gets it. Goes back up. Scores! And one! And there's the foul on Kalkbrenner. Finally.
Good job there. Good defense. Alexander on Carter's able to deflect the shot a little bit, but Gaines kept that ball alive, John. He couldn't rebound himself, but he got to tip it. The ball was knocked over to Oduro. He gets the ball and he picks up the foul on the big fella.
3 on Kalkbrenner. That's now 6 on Creighton and Oduro. 81% from the line of the season. Got to hit this. And his shot is up and good.
Boy,
Oduro in the game.
I'm impressed with this Fry group. I mean, they are really worked hard out there. They're great in it.
Down by 4. Creighton with the ball and 2:10 on the clock. Alexander, low dribble into the forecourt. Corey Floyd's right there waiting on it. Has it with 1 foot in the circle. Kalkbrenner sets the screen, cuts to the left, cuts back to the right, gets down the lane. 3 shirts there, back out to Farabello, fakes the 3, gets through to the foul line, left for Shyman. Shyman gets in the lane on Tick, tries to up fake on Ticket, and he scores at the glass.
That's a good shot by Shyman. That was good defense by Gaines. He's right there on his left hand. He just made a good shot off the glass.
9 for Shyman, that's half of what he averages. Pierre, finds O'Gara, up high, comes to the right wing for Gaines. Gaines gets around the screen, goes down the lane, lays it up, has to run, won't get it. Rebound. O'Gara had it, it's loose on the floor. Gaines is there. Ashworth is there under the basket in a heap under the floor. The arrow belongs to Creighton.
Good move there by Gaines. He just flipped it up there. We're worrying about Kalkbrenner.
Yeah,
they'll try to finish the layup. He had the lead.
That's going to be tough to overcome now. 6-point game, 1:28 to go. Creighton's going to get the basketball on the possession arrow. Rich Barham will come into the game, and he's going to replace Jordan, who's still in full foul. So little offense, defense for Kim English. Friars have got to make a stop. 2 possessions, but going to be difficult here. Sharman inbounds underneath. Alexander, he's double teamed under the basket, and the ball is stolen by Barron. What's the call?
Calling a jump ball. Too bad because that was a layup. Gravity. Gravity.
Barron had a layup.
The ball came out. That shouldn't have been a jump ball.
No, it shouldn't have been. But the alternating possession arrow does give the ball to Providence.
Yeah, and what the clock's worried about the Providence bench. So watch the game clock. You're the referee. You got to be watching for fouls and people pushing off, not the bench.
So the Friars have the ball after the tie-up. Pierre will inbound from the baseline. 1:25 on the clock. Inbounds in the corner, Carter. And he's going to go for the deep three, but that's a bad shot.
That's an awful shot.
Sharman right in his face, and he just forced it up there.
Yeah, he's trying to draw the foul. He's not going to get that call this late in the game.
Sharman now for Alexander near the circle. 1:10 to go. You're still down 2 possessions. Can't foul. Got to get the ball back. Alexander, jump pass middle. Sharman back to the right wing. Ashworth, right corner. Philbello fakes, drive.
Travel.
He traveled, got away with it. Philbello, now Ashworth, right side 3.
That's a killer right there. Nice shot by Ashworth. It's Carter let him pop behind the screen for 3-point line. He knocks it down.
That's 12 for Ashworth, and that might do it. Here's Pierre for 3, top of the key. Short. Rebound for Alexander. And Alexander has it in the backcourt, gets fouled by Carter with 43 seconds left, and the Friars down 9. That 3 by Ashworth was a dagger.
Yeah, that hurt right there. I mean, the Friars did a good job defensively. He popped out behind there, and Carter didn't get to him in time. And Ashworth hasn't taken a lot of shots, but he made that big one there.
Well, it will be Alexander going back to the line. That's the 19th foul, so it's a 1-and-1 still for Alexander. He's had 3 straight, make one, miss one attempts.
Yeah, but he and Cockburn have been monsters in this game, but especially Alexander.
They have combined, Joe, for 41 of the 67 on the board.
Yeah, and everything goes through Alexander. He hasn't had a lot of help. Shyman hasn't been much of a factor in this ball game. Carter did a good job on him, but Alexander's just been tough.
Missed his free throw. O'Dora with a rebound. But you're down 3 possessions. 38 seconds left. Right side, Pierre. Works all the way down the lane. Gets down inside, takes it back up. O'Dora gets out for 3. Can't hit that. Philbello with the rebound gets tied up by Pierre. Friars have the arrow.
Yeah, Friars showing a lot of toughness in this one, though, I'll tell you that. It's just haven't been able to. O'Dora's had a tough night offensively, but they've been battling in there on the defensive side. They just haven't been able to finish shots.
29.1 left. Pierre looks for the inbound for the baseline. Left of the basket. Finds Carter in the corner. Leans in for 3. Left it short. Rebound tipped out to Carter. Goes back up. Scoops it over the hoop and puts it in.
How about Corey Floyd, man, above the rim there, keeping that thing alive off the glass. And then big rebound right there, and Carter finishes it off.
And Kim English calls it timeout with 22 seconds left. And it's 67-60, so it's still a 3-possession game.
Well, if the Friars can play like this the rest of the year, John, with this kind of grit and toughness, they're going to be in a lot of games, a lot of opportunities to win. I mean, they could have fallen off and just crushed in here, but they just kept coming at Creighton down 19 points in this one and just kept battling to get it to 1 point.
Here's the thing. Before the game, knowing what you were up against without Bryce Hopkins in the lineup, if you had said that you're going to hold Creighton to under 70 points, and they average more than 81 per game, you'd think you'd be in the game.
Yeah, I mean, the defense has been good all year, John, but the offense, they had good looks in this one. They just weren't able to make some shots, but their grittiness and toughness, they battled the whole ball game and never gave up on themselves and had some good opportunities. And you consider Galway Duel hurt his shoulder and he got limited minutes. He's playing here with one arm, basically, and they have a short bench to begin with. They don't have the size to match up with Creighton, but they kept battling out there. The big play in the game, I thought, when the Friars got to 1, Trey Alexander hit a 3-pointer, and Creighton was having a tough time scoring, and he makes that big one there. They missed that shot, the Friars take the lead in the game. It's a whole new day, but Alexander has been terrific in this game. He's let's see, 8 for 11 from the floor, 2 for 3 from three-point range with 21 points and 5 assists. He leads everybody in the assist column as well. He's been terrific. But that was a big hoop he made there and stopped the momentum in Fry's half.
Creighton's ball, 22 ticks left on the clock. 67-60 for the Blue Jays. Sharman will inbound, full-court pressure for the Friars. Ticket gains right in front of Sharman trying to guard the ball. Sharman runs the baseline, inbounds it, ball gets stolen in the corner.
Timeout,
And he called timeout before he stepped out of bounds.
I tell you what, man, this team just doesn't quit. I love it. They keep going at it. I mean, I don't know if there's enough time for them, but that was 67-60. They're going to have to make a three here, obviously, and get another steal.
So the Friars get the timeout call by Devin Carter with 20.4 on the clock after he stole it in the corner. And Providence calls their final timeout. Friars are done with timeouts with 20.4 left. Creighton commits a foul. It would at least put the Friars on the line shooting 1-1. But as you said, Joe, it's 67-60.
I know there's not enough time, but man, they're gonna love the effort. And you look at this second half, Friars are just 35%, 12 for 34, they're 3 for 12 from 3, 25%. And they're right there. They don't give up a second. I mean, they just keep battling. And the only guy that really made a difference out there in the second half was Alexander. I mean, Kalkbrenner was a factor of the whole ball game with his shots, but the guy scoring all the shots was Trey Alexander. He was terrific in this game. Hit some big shots. And then a big shot by Ashworth, but other than that, the Friars have been battling.
The early inbound from the sideline, right sideline, 4.2 to our left. Ashworth in front of him, 20.4 on the clock, 67-60 Creighton. Pierre looks for the inbounds. He's going to lob it back door. Odoro missed the layup. Rebound tipped back to Floyd. He got a block by Kalkbrenner, and he rips it away and gets fouled. Ryan Kalkbrenner with the exclamation point on that one. He messed up Odoro's shot and then blocked Floyd's attempt.
Poor Odoro, man. That was a good pass into him. I mean, Kalkbrenner wasn't even there. He had him over the top. All he had to do was lay it up left-handed.
Wow.
And he just short-armed it and missed it again.
And Odoro gets called for the foul with 14.3 left. And Kalkbrenner will go down to the line to our right to shoot 2 on the 10th team foul.
You know, with 20 seconds down 7, John, it would be a major miracle to win the game. But
well, you should have had the layup.
Should have had the layup. Would have been 5.
Kalkbrenner's first shot of the line is good.
And he's had a good ball. He's played the whole second half. He didn't come out.
Nope.
That shows you the kind of respect that McDermott has for this Friar team. I mean, he didn't go to King at all. Played 1 minute to backup center.
Second shot for Ryan Kalkbrenner is good. Got them both.
Well, they're 2 stars. Alexander and Kalkbrenner were really good in this ball game.
Real quickly into the fourth. It's down by 9. Carter going to throw up a deep three, up an air ball, and Alexander grabs it, and that should do it. Ashworth will take it out into the forecourt, and Creighton will defend the home floor against 23rd ranked Providence, playing short-handed without their first team All-Big East performer in Bryce Hopkins. 69-60.
I'm looking forward to the rematch in Providence. But that was a great effort by the Friars. They weren't able to win the ball game. You know, 2 really great players for Creighton come through big time. And if they didn't, this game would have been a much different situation. But, you know, Alexander and Kalkbrenner stepped up when they had to.
Yeah, 22 points for Ryan Kalkbrenner, 21 for Trey Alexander, 43 out of their 69. That's a superb 1-2 punch.
It was. I mean, the Friars just did a great job on their leading scorer. Carter was playing Shireman and just took him out of the game. Basically, it was 4 for 16. Wasn't really much of a factor, but just didn't have enough on the offensive end to pull this one out.
Our Sean Tondale post-game wrap-up is coming up next from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
Hey, Friartown. It's Kim English. Thank you for tuning in.
Tiffany, why don't you find a Devin Carter basket for the play of the game? And you can play whatever you want these first 2 breaks, but make sure that last one is a Carter basket.
Okay, perfect.
If you haven't checked out Amica, visit Amica.com or call 800-24-AMICA. That's 24-AMICA. See why 98% of Amica's customers stay with you year after year.
In 1933, our grandfather, Tom Hackson, started out selling beer and wine in a small liquor store in Omaha, Rhode Island. And in 1962, our father, Jack Hackson, moved Hackson to his present location on Route 2 in Laurel to provide our customers with the best selection and the lowest prices. And after 3 family generations, we've made Hackson's Liquors one of the largest liquor stores in New England, which means that we buy the most, so you pay the least. Visit the newly remodeled Hackston Superstore on Bull Hill Road in Laurel, where we buy the most, so you pay the least.
Hey, ladies. Wow, shiny. Why are you so clean and buffed? You look like a racing sailboat. My bank took me to get cleaned. Huh. So your bank took you to the cleaners? No. I see my reflection in your forehead. Did your bank take you to the cleaners? No. With Simply Right Checking from Santander, use the account once a month. There's no monthly fee. Oh, that's much easier. Get the respect you deserve at SantanderBank.com. Qualifying transactions to waive the monthly fee do not include fees, rebates, and adjustments posted by Santander Bank. Other fees may apply. See bank for details. Santander Bank and member FDIC.
Looking for a cost-effective travel option between Providence, Boston, Connecticut, and New York? Leave the car and train behind and ride on Go Buses. With convenient stops in downtown Providence, Cambridge, Newton, Hartford, New Haven, and Midtown Manhattan. Go Buses is a choice for you. Each bus features complimentary Wi-Fi, outlets at each seat for electronics, and a free bottle of water. Departure start at just $18 one way. For more information or to purchase a ticket, visit GoBuses.com. Make the right choice and ride with Go Buses.
Coach English here to talk injuries. Ortho Rhode Island Express offers immediate injury care for sprains, breaks, tears, and more by orthopedic specialists you won't find at an urgent care or walk-in clinic. Call 401-777-7000. Option 1 for a same or next day appointment, including evenings and Saturdays. And learn more at orthopedicsri.com/express. Ortho Rhode Island Express. Injuries don't wait. Neither should you.
Done once, done right. Guaranteed when you hire union plumbers, pipe fitters, and refrigeration technicians who are members of Local 51. Our 5-year apprentice program includes classroom and on-the-job training.
30 seconds to open and play back.
Ensures they're familiar with the latest codes and safety rules. Rely on our stable and skilled workforce for your building, service, or renovation project. Local 51. Done once, done right.
On the Providence Flyers Sports Network from Learfield, Flyers basketball has been brought to you by Bank RI. When businesses think big, they think first of Bank RI. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Coast to Coast Promotional Products, official promotional products company of PC Athletics. And by Hackston's Liquors, always the best prices since 1933. Now back to courtside.
Gets into the lane, fadeaway jumpers up, got it blocked by Carpenter. O'Gara gets it, goes back up, scores, and one, and there's the foul on.
Yep, there was the foul on Ryan Carpenter, but he was the man today for Creighton. I mean, he and Trey Alexander, a tremendous 1-2 punch for a team that, hey, we knew going into the year that was going to be the 1-2 punch they would be relying upon, and that's what happened. Boulder Shireman was held to half of what he normally scores as the number one scorer in the Big East coming in today. Ultimately, the Friars just didn't have enough offense, I thought, Joe, to overcome what Creighton has on offense in a 69-60 win for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, the Friars dug themselves a hole to start the second half, John. The first 7 shots they missed, and they were good looks. They were all in the paint in the 3-second area. But Kalkbrenner, you know, he shows up in the stats, obviously, 22 points and 12 rebounds. He was 8 for 13. But his presence on the floor, he alters so many shots. He makes guys change shots. I mean, he was in the head of Joshua Doro. Josh was just 4 for 17, 0 for 5 from 3. And he just had, you know, you knew he was there. You knew Kalkbrenner was there. He's, 7 feet. His good timing. He just blocks shots and he alters shots. He gets credited with what? No block shots. No, he got credited with, let me see, Kalkbrenner had 1 block shot in the game. Right. That's what he was credited with. But he must have changed 15 shots in the game. Yeah, you know he's there when you just start floating the ball up a little higher than you normally want to. But he was just a real factor in the game defensively. But Trey Alexander, NBA type 2 guard. He can also play the point guard. You remember the year before last when Ryan Emhart went down with an injury, they moved Trey Alexander at the point position as a freshman, and he ran that team right into the NCAA tournament playing point guard. So he can play either position, and he makes the biggest shot of the game, in my opinion. He got it to 1 point, Trey Alexander hit a three-pointer to get it to 4. He misses that shot, and the Friars get the lead in the game.
Right.
I mean, Creighton was leaking oil, and they hadn't been down the whole ball game. All of a sudden, you're behind with 4 minutes to go. That was the biggest shot of the game.
Well, the Friars actually had a couple of brief leads in the first half. We're down 37-30 at halftime. And then the Blue Jays came out and scored the first 11 points of the second half and started to look like they were going to bury Providence. It was 48-30, an 18-point lead with 16 and a half minutes to go after the Friars finally scored in the half. And then from that point, though, Joe, from 16:38 down to 11:23. So do the math. 5 minutes and 15 seconds. A 12-2 Providence run to get them back in it.
Yeah, and they scored 4 in a row, 4 field goals in a row, 4 for 4 after starting 0 for 7. The Friars did a good job, too, John, of taking care of the ball. They only had 8 turnovers in this ball game. They had 11 turnovers in the last game in the first half. So they did a good job of taking care of it. They had 9 steals. They kept fighting and fighting. That's the best part about what I watched in this ball game. I mean, they struggled offensively, but they fought. They never quit in the game, and they had an opportunity to win the game, but they took good care of the ball. We talked about in the pregame. Each possession now becomes more important when you don't have Hopkins in there or a guy that you can go to with the 16 points a game, but they were able to do a good job of taking care of the ball. Big games by Corkman and Alexander made the difference in the game.
It was a 10-point Creighton lead, 54-44, with 6:49 left, and the Friars then went on another run over the next 2 minutes and 29 seconds. They got it down to 1, 56-55. So the run for the Friars at that point was 11-2, and it was 56-55 with 4.5 to play.
Yeah, and there was no bench help from Creighton either. Neither guy scored. The 3 guys who played didn't score off the bench. Friars didn't get a lot of help off the bench either. But you look at what Devin Carter did. He was awesome in the game. He missed his last 3-pointers trying to draw fouls.
Right.
Which were tough shots, but he played terrific in the game. He shut down Shireman, who was 4 for 16. Plus Devin gets to 25. It was I thought it was a gritty effort by the Friars. You can't complain about the shots they took in the game. They had good looks, just weren't able to finish it. And to win a game like this, no matter if you have injuries or not, you have to make shots in key situations.
Yeah.
But they didn't make enough of them early on. They got themselves that hole, but they kept battling and battling. That's the best part about it.
Well, after the Friars were able to get it to 1, Joe, with 4.5 to go, 2 big shots by Creighton really provided the difference. A 3-pointer from Trey Alexander, and then another 3-pointer coming from Stephen Ashworth.
Yeah, Ashworth hit it when they were up by 4 at that time. Did a step-back 3. Carter was out there trying to help out. He didn't get there in time, and Ashworth did make the big 3 right there. But I thought I mentioned this already, but the shot by I'm sorry, man. I lost
Which one?
The big Alexander. Yeah, when he made that 3-pointer, I lost it for a while. But when he made that 3, I could still see that thing going in, man. That was money. That was a big shot in the game.
You lost it for a while?
Yeah, I lost it for a while. Yeah.
That's called a brain. It's called a brain fart.
Yeah, well, I had a big one there.
Oh, no problem at all. I'm sorry? We honestly don't know. If he does, he does. Right. Just one of the security guards here talking to us here courtside. 69-60 here, the final score. Creighton holds on to get the win. They improve now to 11-4 and square their record in the Big East at 2-2. The Friars have the same identical record, 11-4, 2-2 in the Big East Conference. More coming up for Santander postgame wrap-up in a moment from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
Hey, Fire fans, this is Coach Kim English from Providence College men's basketball. I want to extend a massive thank you to Finette.
You just want another random one here, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Finnegan family for being phenomenal
Sorry for
partners.
asking that.
Finetco embodies an elite mindset in every project they undertake. It's about seizing the
Sorry
moment,
for not seeing the
just
security
like
guard.
on
I could
court.
intercept it.
With 3 convenient locations across Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. If you have any home improvement or building needs, call Finetco at 1-800-390-0919 or visit them at finetco.net. And let's unite to build a winning future. Go Friars!
In 1933, our grandfather, Tom Haxton, started out selling beer and wine in a small liquor store in Omaha, Rhode Island. And in 1962, our father, Jack Haxton, moved Haxton's to its present location on Route 2 in Warwick to provide our customers
Look at their ad
with
over
the
there.
best selection at the lowest price.
Neurosurgeon.
And after 3 family generations, we've made Haxton's Liquors one of the largest liquor stores in New England, which means that we buy the most, so you pay the least. Visit the newly remodeled Haxton Superstore on Bald Hill Road in Warwick. Well, we buy the most, so you pay the least.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still in the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
Audi Warwick has your favorite SUVs like Q5 and Q7, as well as our extensive e-tron electric vehicle lineup. Looking for more performance? Come in and experience our S and RS models. At Audi Warwick, there is no ordinary rating. We have over 75 new vehicles in stock for you to test drive and take home today. Audi Warwick is a winner of multiple awards, including Audi Magna for the past decade. We offer pickup and delivery complimentary Audi loaner vehicles, as well as on-site roadside assistance within 30 minutes. Stop by Audi Warwick for a no-hassle buying experience with our knowledgeable staff. Or visit AudiWarwick.com for a full selection of our 24 model lineup. So you heard us on the Friars Gamecast for your exclusive PC discount. Audi Warwick, Rhode Island's premier Audi dealer.
It was your father's leather chair, and his father's before that. It's where you can sink back from a busy day and enjoy some well-crafted comfort, which is why you also choose Bank Rhode Island. Because with the straightforward delivery of services and our commitment to serve with integrity and trust, you have a bank committed to craft the comfort of
30 seconds to play back.
It's banking, well-crafted, from Bank RI. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Kent Hospital, we're committed to providing you and your family with quality, compassionate care, offering a comprehensive range of services from cardiology to cancer care, alongside diagnostic and imaging services, rehabilitation, and more. Our teams are here for you in every step of your healthcare journey. Locally focused, nationally recognized. That's the difference the Kent way makes. When you need a partner you can trust, Care New England's Kent Hospital is here to help you navigate every stage of your healthcare journey. Serving Central Rhode Island and beyond, visit our easily accessible location in Warwick, Rhode Island, or at kentri.org. Experience the difference Kent can make, and let Kent Hospital be your partner in care.
Here's Carter, curls around the high screen, gets to the foul line. Oduro sets for three, can't hit it. Gaines, offensive rebound, and a putback. Yeah, it was Stiggan Gaines who actually supplied 10 of his 12 points, Joe, in the first half for the Friars, and then got that one putback here in the second half to kind of keep the Friars afloat here. They were in that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-point margin for most of the half until they got that run we were just talking about with about 4.5 minutes to go. That actually pulled them within 1 point of the Blue Jays after Creighton had an 18-point lead just 3.5 minutes into the second half. And you've mentioned it a couple of times, and it bears repeating here. That is a lot of toughness and a lot of grit and a tremendous effort for a Friar team out on the floor as they drop it to Creighton here today, 69-60.
Yeah, I was really impressed the way they played. They played really hard, and Gaines gave them a lot, too. We featured him in that last commercial break. He had 9 rebounds in the game. 4 of those were offensive rebounds. He basically had half of the offensive rebounds the Friars had, and he had 12 points in the game. He had 2 for 4 from 3, so he had a really solid game, and he plays good on-ball defense. That doesn't show up in the stats. He makes everybody work, but he's got to be that third guy now to step up. The big three. Oduro had a tough game, but he played his butt off too. He just couldn't make shots, and Kalkbrenner makes you change things. Josh was 0 for 5 from 3. He had open looks. He's a better shooter than that. And
only 4 for 17, which means Josh now is just 7 for his last 32 from the floor.
Yeah, he had 4 for 17, and then Shireman was 4 for 16, who leads the whole Big East in scoring. So, guys have off night shooting the ball, but I thought Josh, gave the effort out there. Everybody was playing hard, and Carter, was Carter. He does his thing with the 10 rebounds, but they played well enough to win the game. It's just that, Creighton was hit the big shots when they had to, John. The Friars weren't able to finish.
All right, let's take a look at the numbers here. 3 in double figures for the Blue Jays, led by Ryan Kalkbrenner with a 22-point, 12-rebound double-double. It's his 4th double-double of the year. The 6th of his career, and he was just, we mentioned this probably, 3 or 4 times during the course of the game. It seemed like maybe more than that. But what he doesn't block, he changes. And there were so many shots in there, lost count of the shots that he changed as the Friars got the ball into the interior of the Creighton defense, and they couldn't get anything. They couldn't get a clean look at the basket.
Yeah, believe me, when you're out there playing games with big shot blockers like that, he's there. There was a couple of championship games, Patrick Ewing years ago. they made him goaltend the first 3 possessions. Now you know he's in there. All of a sudden, when you go to the basket, you're looking for him.
Makes you think about it.
You got to think about it, and that changes the way you play. So the Friars took a couple of shots in the paint. They were higher than they normally throw them up there because they were worried about Kalkbrenner getting them.
Right. 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists for Trey Alexander, who is also a one-man wrecking machine out there. He had 10 of his 21 in the second half, and you said it a couple of times during the course of the game as well. Trey Alexander's a pro. He's just a matter of time when he becomes a pro, but he's got a pro game.
Oh, absolutely. And he can play the position. He can play the 1 or the 2. I mentioned already Ryan Nemhard, who left here as a point guard. He was hurt out for the season. They put Trey Alexander in the point guard position as a freshman, and they made the NCAA tournament with him running the team. So, and he can score. He can shoot threes. I mean, he's very clever out there. He's a good passer, and he's their best defensive player as well.
You know, funny thing about that is, Friars, of course, just lost Bryce Hopkins. 5 of the last 6 years, this Creighton team has lost a key player to injury in the middle of a year. You just mentioned it when they lost Ryan Nemhard.
Yeah, Nemhard, that was a big loss, but Alexander stepped right in and became a two-way player, and he's their best defender on the ball. So you consider he played 31 minutes, and he was in foul trouble in the game too, John. So he's an NBA type 2 guard.
The only other Blue Jay in double figures was Stephen Ashworth with 12 points. He ended up with 7 of his 12 in the second half, including that dagger 3 that really closed the door.
Yeah, defensively, he's kind of a liability out there. I thought the Friars could have gone at him a little bit more because
they probably should have.
Yeah, he doesn't have great size. I mean, when they watch the tape, I like to see them go at him, especially Jaden Pierre. Jaden only took 9 shots, but he can elevate over him and score at will, I believe, against Ashworth. But give him credit. Ashworth made a big 3-pointer.
Sure did.
That gave him a bigger lead.
Boner Shireman came into the game as the number 1 scorer in the Big East at 18.6 per game. Providence held him to half that. 9 points on 4 of 16 shooting and 1 of 6 from 3. Shireman did have, however, 11 rebounds. He averages 7.9 per game. He's the leading rebounder on this Creighton team for a reason.
Yeah, he's a very good player. We saw him in the NCAA tournament back when he was with South Dakota State. But, he played 38 minutes, and he's got Devin Carter on him. So, you talk about Kalkbrenner bothering shots. Well, when Devin Carter's on you, you have a tough time getting off good looks, and that's what happened to Shireman.
We call it the Carter flu.
The Carter flu. That's what he got today. And a lot of guys have had that flu this year.
Sure enough. And then 5 points for Mason Miller. That's it. 5 players scored. 8 players played for Creighton.
Yeah, Mason Miller only took 5 shots, but the Friars made sure they took away that 3. The Friars did a good job defending the 3 in this one.
They held Creighton to 7 for 23. That's 30%. This team averages better than 37%.
Yeah, and half their shots normally come from 3-point range. So the Friars made them work on that 3-point line and took that away from them.
So Creighton ends up 26 of 54 for the game. That's 48%. That is below what they average. 7 for 23 on 3, 10 of 14 from the foul line. The other area that that hurt the Friars, and we expected this would be the case when you lose, statistically your best rebounder in Bryce Hopkins. The Blue Jays out-rebounded Providence 42-34.
Yeah, and out-rebounded by 10 on the defensive end, so
that's big.
They did it. We have Kalkbrenner in there. He played basically the whole game, and he's a factor on the boards.
Well, Creighton is one of the better rebounding margin teams. They out-rebound teams by about 9 boards per game. So, and they beat the Friars by 8 in this one. Let's see, and what else? They had 13 turnovers. Friars were able to score 20 points off those 13 turnovers. That kept them in the game.
It did, and the Friars only turned it over 8 times themselves, so.
No arguments with that.
No, that's a good job. They can keep it under 10 the rest of the year. The way they play defense,
they'll win every game. Absolutely. Friars had just 3 in double figures as well, but they were led by Devin Carter's 25 points. That's a season high for Carter. 25 points and 10 rebounds. That's double-double number 5 for Carter on the year, his 6th of his career, and the reigning Big East Player of the Week. He might have an opportunity to repeat that, although with 2 losses, who knows?
Yeah, it'd be tough to not put Kalkbrenner or Trey Alexander in that position. But Carter's been terrific all year. He showed. The last 3 shots he took, he tried to draw the foul, taking threes. If he gets to the basket on those, his stats would have been even better than he had right here. But he's trying to make more points if Friars were down by a lot.
The 25 for Carter as well ties a career high. Joe, he had 25 against Creighton here a year ago.
Yeah, in the defensive end, put the points on the board, but on defense, he's a monster out there. You don't get any credit in the stat sheet on that, but he's the guy who shut down Shireman, too.
Gaines with 12 points and 9 rebounds for the Friars as well, but he only scored 2 of his 12 points in the second half. 10 points for Jaden Pierre with 2 rebounds and 5 assists. 4 steals for Jaden. He was 3 of 9 shooting, but he had 2 of 4 from 3, and you and I are both in agreement here. Jaden's got to look for his offense more.
Yeah, he's got to score more. When you don't have Bryce Hopkins anymore, that's 16 points that you have to make up from somebody else. And Pierre is a very good shooter. He's shooting 41% from 3. He needs to take shots. He needs to think about his offense a little bit more now because they need that from him.
No question. And then you have, 9 points for Josh Odor with just 3 rebounds. Josh, as we said earlier, 4 of 17 shooting, 0 for 5 from 3. Corey Floyd got the start today. No points, 4 rebounds in his 29 minutes. You had 4 points off of the bench for Rafael Castro, who played 8.5 minutes, and then Garway Dual, who injured his right shoulder with 16.5 minutes still to play. In the ball in the first half, did come back with his right shoulder heavily taped up in the second half, but there were a couple of times when we looked off of the ball, and it may not have been apparent to you guys at home if you're watching the game on TV, but he was letting his right arm just dangle out to his side. He clearly had very little strength and probably a lot of discomfort in that right shoulder, even though he played hurt with it taped up.
Yeah, he went out there and tried to play with it, and he did a good job defensively, but offensively, he was going to struggle because that's his strong hand. They'll probably have an MRI sometime this week to see if there's any damage in there.
Probably so. No points, 3 rebounds in his 11 minutes. Rich Barron played 12 scoreless minutes. Donovan Santoro played a scoreless minute as well. Fryer shot 24 of 65. That's 37%. 8 for 23 on threes. That's 35%. Just 4 of 8 from the foul line, however. That was a hurter. As they were not only outmade at the foul line, but they're also outshot at the free throw line. And we know what usually happens when that happens to the Friars. They don't win.
Well, yeah, 4 of those free throws were by Castro, and he only made 1 of them.
1 of 4, yeah.
But, they didn't get a lot of free throw attempts because they were basically on the perimeter in this one.
Rebound, we mentioned 42-34. Friars took great care of the ball, though. Just 8 turnovers, and the Friars had 9 steals in this one to 4 for Creighton.
Yeah, I thought the effort was terrific, John. They battled in there. They got it to 1 point. They took good care of the ball. You get under 10 turnovers in a ball game. That's pretty good. And if they can continue to do that, they'll be in good shape.
Yeah, in a snapshot, Friars hit just 1 of their last 9 from the floor. Creighton made their 4 last shots from the floor.
Yeah, 1 for 9 down the stretch there, and you got it to 4 points, and Creighton made some big shots down the stretch, and that makes the difference.
Sellout crowd, 17,253 in the CHI Health Center to see it as Creighton gets their 11th win of the year. Joe and I back to wrap up the Sound Thunder postgame show in a moment from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball.
Purpose. It's more than a direction. It's fuel for what comes next. At Centerville Bank, we know that we put purpose and progress together. Anything's possible. Keeping our priorities local, we give our time and talent and invest in the neighbors and local businesses around us. Together, when you partner with us, we can all make progress on purpose. Centerville Bank. Progress on purpose. Visit centervillebank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fighting through the storm of life can be a whirlwind. And if that weren't enough, the responsibility and constant worrying of your medications can be overwhelming. Don't let your prescription needs get caught up in the storm. White Cross Pharmacy's MedPack is the perfect way to help make your medication management simple. The MedPack arrives at your doorstep each month, making it easy and reliable to stay on your medication schedule. Visit whitecrosspharmacy.com.
The audio sounded fuzzy and muffled.
This is Dennis Wright from Midland Roofing Company in Providence College's class of 1987. Midland Roofing is Rhode Island's leading residential roofing specialist. We deliver expert roof installation for over 45 years. Ask us about our lifetime warranty on our shingles.
This is head coach Kim English, and our friends here at Midland Roofing are proud to raise the roof to Providence Athletics. Give them a call and tell them I sent you, and they will help you protect your house. Go Friars!
That's how wacky college basketball is.
In 1933,
They made
our
the
grandfather,
Elite Eight.
John
They almost
Hassett,
made the
started
Final
out
Four.
selling beer and wine in a
Two
small
guys
liquor store on
transferred
Omaha,
to
Rhode Island.
better
And in
players.
1962, our father Jack had
NBA
some
prospects.
to his present
Why
location
would
on
you
Route
do that?
21
They'll
to
come back
provide
to
our
the same team.
customers
You could probably
with
win
the
it
best
all.
selection and the lowest prices. And after 3
Must
family
be about
generations, we've made Hackson's Liquors one of the largest liquor stores in New England, which means that we buy the most, so you pay the least. Visit the newly remodeled Haxton Superstore on Bald Hill Road in Warwick, where we buy the most, so you pay the least.
Elite Physical Therapy is the premier choice for physical therapy in Rhode Island. You deserve a physical therapy place that will go above and beyond to ensure you remain comfortable while achieving the results you want. Elite Physical Therapy is staffed by a team of highly trained and talented physical therapists, all of whom take the time to listen to your concerns and answer your questions. That way, they can create a personalized treatment plan that puts your comfort first. Elite Physical Therapy, award-winning hands-on care for healthy results. It's your choice.
Dave's Marketplace is a proud sponsor of Providence College Athletics. Dave's is a locally owned and operated company with 10 locations serving Rhode Island families. Dave's has won many awards for its prepared foods and pizza departments, so when you don't have time to cook, they can satisfy your family's needs. When you do have time to cook, Dave's offers the highest quality produce, seafood, meats, deli, bakery, and a large variety of grocery and holiday foods. A smile and a free cup of coffee with every visit.
Why would you do that?
Pierre now controls the Duro, sets the screen. He rubs to the left, drives to the right, kicks it all the way through, pushes back out front for Carter. Carter's going to go up for a deep three. Oh, my goodness gracious! A 30-footer for Devin Carter! Yeah, Devin Carter was spectacular, certainly at several key opportunities, and that helped bring the Friars back within one after trailing by 18 early in the second half. Unfortunately, just couldn't pull it out at the end. But Devin Carter, with his 25.10 rebound double-double, is our Allie Warwick outstanding performance of the game.
Yeah, I mean, he practices that shot a lot. You know, that's that Steph Curry does that all the time now, and all the college kids are picking up on it, taking that shot. And that was a big one at the time, too.
Huge one, indeed. 3 other games in the Big East Conference today. St. John's with a big road win at Villanova, 81-71, and that's where the Friars will head next to Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, St. John's, they're better than Villanova. That's a good win. I mean, St. John's, Rick Pitino's got them playing very well. They put that pressure defense on you, and they try to turn you over, and they just keep coming at you. And the big guy, Soriano, is a real factor.
Georgetown got its first Big East win. They were at home today, and they held off DePaul 68-65. And Seton Hall did it again. After beating a top 25 team on Wednesday in Providence, they knock off 7th-ranked Marquette. This one was play at the Rock in Newark, 78-75.
Seton Hall's a tournament team, John. I mean, they're good. I mean, we mentioned already when we played them, they're 15th oldest team in the country. They start 5 seniors. One's a fifth-year senior. I mean, they're a tough team to beat.
And as far as the Friars are concerned, Joe, well, you like the fight, you like the grit, but the Big East is not forgiving. No one's going to feel sorry for you at all. The Friars have a very short now amount of time to continue trying to figure out this process and redevelop themselves without Bryce Hopkins.
Oh, absolutely. And there's no game off when you play in the Big East. I mean, Creighton probably didn't expect what they were going to get in this ball game.
Right.
You know, I'm looking forward to the rematch against Creighton. That'll be a tough game in Providence, but you know, Providence shows if they can play with that grit like they did. They didn't shoot the ball very well. The defense kept them in the game. They made some big shots, but you know, they shot with 35% for the game, and they had a chance in this game. So if they get up to the 44-45% from the floor, they're going to win games playing the way they do on defense.
That should tell you, though, that your defense, and when you limit mistakes like they did today, it's going to keep in every game you play.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been playing good defense all year, John. When they've won games, I mean, they just wasted Wisconsin. They beat up on Marquette when they were at everybody healthy. The defense set the tone in those games, and the defense will always be there for this team. It's just that their offense has to show up to win games.
Right. Friars came in with the 5th-ranked, metrically ranked defense in the country. Shooting percentage, they hold opponents to 37% from the floor for the year. So, you know, we know it's there with Bryce or without Bryce. There's a constant there, but now they got to figure out the other part of it. They're going to figure out the offensive part, and not only without Bryce, you may be without Galway Duval for a while.
Yeah, we'll see what happens when they go back and check on his shoulder, because that's important. And, you know, Galway's a freshman, but, you know, he's a guy that you need because the rotation is so short right now. You need another guy out, right, because to play that kind of intensity they did on defense in this one is tough to maintain for 40 minutes.
Well, he went out again, in case you missed it. He went out in the first half as he suffered what we thought at the time was a stinger on his right shoulder. But as you said, you played with injuries like this.
Yeah, when you reach in like that, he reached in, almost had the ball, but the ball was pulled through and his shoulder probably got strained in there. You don't know if it popped out or what the level of the pop might have been, or maybe it's just a strain. Hopefully it's just a strain and they'll get through it.
He went into the locker room, got it taped, stayed in the locker room for the rest of the first half, came back out, took some shots in the warm-up line in the second half, and actually, if you listen to the game or you watch the game, you saw he got back in there, even took a shot from the floor. But when time was out, he was wandering back on the floor. His right arm clearly was dangling off to the side. So there's a little pain there, a little discomfort.
Yeah, hopefully he gets through it because they need him. The rotation is short now, but he can come out there and be a big part of it if he's healthy.
So next up with the Friars again will be Wednesday at Madison Square Garden against the Red Storm of St. John's. Be a 6:30 tip-off, a 6:10 broadcast right here on News Talk 99.7 and AM 630 WPRO. And the Friars get their first look at the reincarnation of Rick Pitino at St. John's.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing good basketball. He's got good guards who can shoot the ball. They press. They play a lot like the way Providence did when he was at Providence, where they get full court and variation of their press. They'll be hacking and fouling a lot, and they put you on the line, but they go after every loose ball. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough game.
Should be a tough game, but at least you're playing at the Garden. I think that's a lot better opportunity there than playing at Carnesecca.
Yeah, Carnesecca, that's a pit in there. That's a tough place to win. But that team is playing good basketball right now, and they're confident. They're really confident. So you have to go in there and be confident yourself against them.
They've got some weapons. They certainly do. Again, like we said, we'll have the broadcast beginning at 6:10 Wednesday night here on WPRO. Our thanks to studio producer Tiffany Van Meerden. Job well done today. Nick Graham, our engineer here in Omaha. We thank Nick for his help. And for Joe Hassett, I'm John Rooke. Again, our final score, Creighton 69 and 23rd ranked Providence 60. Friars and the St. John's Red Storm on Wednesday night at Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. I never get tired of saying that. World's most famous arena in New York. We'll have the broadcast just after 6 o'clock on Wednesday. Until then, so long, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Tiffany. Great job today.
Good job,
you. Your Audi Warwick dealer. Proud sponsors of Providence College Athletics. Coca-Cola. Together, taste better. Rhode Island Public Transit Authority. Welcome to your ride. Santander Bank, the official bank of Providence College. And by White Cross Pharmacy, home of the MedPack. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Providence Friars Sports